I will also request our guest of honor, Dr. G. Satish Reddy, to please come on the stage. He is Honorary Advisor, Aerospace and Defence Manufacturing Hub to Government of AP, Andhra Pradesh in the Cabinet rank and President, Aeronautical Society of India. Dr. Reddy is a distinguished defence and aerospace scientist and has made significant contributions to defence R&D over the several decades. He has been the former Secretary, Department of Defence R&D and Chairman DRDO and former scientific advisor to Raksha Mantri. Please welcome Dr. Satish Reddy. I would now request Sri Narayan Bandekar ji to please come on the stage. He is Managing Director, NRD Group. He is a renowned industrialist and philanthropist of Goa. He has many titles to his credit and we are extremely honored to have his presence here today. Welcome, sir. I now request our Secretary of the Mission, Sri Dinesh Kumar ji, to please come on the stage. And Treasurer of the Mission, Sri Niranjana Chaligavi, to please come on the stage. Also requesting Sri Nitin Bandekar ji to please come on the stage. I request Ms. Sonali from Goa Center to give the welcome speech.
Good morning, everybody. On this occasion of the 126th birth anniversary of our Babuji Maharaj, I welcome you all to this spiritual gathering of Sri Ramchandra Mission, Sahajmarg. Dear dignitaries on the stage, Chief Guest Shri Navneet Kumar Saxena ji, Guest of Honor Shri Satish Reddy ji, President, Aeronautical Society of India, Mr. Narayan Mandekar, Chairman of Narayan Group of Companies and Chairman of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Narayan Mandekar School, Shri Dinesh Kumar ji Saxena, Secretary of Ramchandra Mission, Shri Niranjan Chari, Joint Secretary. I extend a warm welcome on behalf of the Adyasis of Goa. Thank you all for taking time from your busy schedule and joining this gathering for promoting meditation and spirituality. I also extend a warm welcome on behalf of our mission to all the Abhyasis and the guests who have come from all over the world and all the length and breadth of India. Welcome and thank you for making this gathering memorable. Thanks again.
We would like to acknowledge the presence of our dignitaries by presenting mementos. I request our President, Sri Navneet Kumar ji, to present the memento to Dr. Satish Reddy. May I have the memento, please? I request Mr. Moreno Fernandez to present the memento to our President. Requesting Mr. Rajan Bandekar to present the memento to Secretary, Sri Dinesh Kumar ji. Requesting Sri Kala from Goa Center to present the memento to Sri Narayan Bandekar ji. Requesting Sri Vidya to present the memento to Treasurer, Niranjana Chari garu. Shailaja, please present. I request Srimati Naina to please present the memento to our beloved Mamaji, Amrish Kumar ji. And also to Punit Kumar Saxena ji. Also requesting Sri Vidya to please present the memento to Nitin Bandekar ji. would also request Mr. Moreno to join the dignitaries on the stage, please. So, we are namaste once again to everyone, and today we will be presenting the essence of Sahajmarg through a presentation here in the form of PPTs, and there are a few other speakers who will be joining. And to start with, I would like to give an overview, and I'm Suma Rajesh. I'm joining here from Abu Dhabi, UAE. And yes, so this is the overview slide that you see, and I would like to talk about this. I'm just trying to give a glimpse of the entire system, the master, method and mission, and all the other speakers will join me and speak in detail. To start with, as you can see in the center, we have our Adi Guru, Sri Ramchandraji Maharaj of Fatehgarh, UP. And we also have our founder Guru, Sri Babuji Maharaj, Sri Ramchandraji from Sahajmarg, UP. To understand the journey better, we must know the two great spiritual masters who laid this foundation. We call them lovingly Babuji and Lalaji. Lalaji emphasized love, inner purity, and a direct connection with the divine. His spiritual successor, Babuji Maharaj, systematized this path as Sahajmarg, that is a natural way of God realization. Babuji was a householder, deeply practical and universal in his approach. He made spirituality accessible to all, regardless of religion, caste or background, and introduced the transformative method of pranahuti or yogic transmission. This system introduced by Babuji Maharaj takes us beyond external forms of religion into the inner realm of spirituality. As you can see here, the pictures depicted starts from religion versus spirituality on the extreme left bottom. So about religion versus spirituality, religion often deals with rituals, scriptures, and external observances. It forms a moral and cultural foundation. Spirituality, however, begins where religion ends. It is the journey inward towards self-realization, towards discovering our true nature and our relationship with the divine. Sahajmarg invites us to go beyond form and seek the substance, the divine light within. As Babuji Maharaj has mentioned in his words, end of religion is beginning of spirituality. End of spirituality is beginning of reality. And end of reality is real bliss. When that too is gone, we have reached the destination. So having understood the difference between religion and spirituality, we move on to the question as to what is the goal of life. It is nothing short of achieving oneness with the ultimate. Reality, often referred to as the center or the absolute. Sahajmarg assures us that through regular practice and divine grace, this goal is not only attainable, but it is our duty. Central to this journey is our Guru Maharaj. Not merely a teacher, but a guide who has walked the path and radiates the condition of the ultimate. Our Guruji transmits spiritual energy called pranahuti directly into the aspirant's heart. This is a unique feature of Sahajmarg and the greatest gift of this system. It accelerates spiritual progress beyond what self-effort alone can achieve. So the question is, what is the method that we are following? As you can see, there is prayer. We can see the emblem of Sahajmarg. And it signifies our core practice, which includes meditation, centered on the divine light in the heart. Done regularly in the morning, it helps regulate the mind and prepare for higher spiritual attainments. As Babuji said, God has hidden himself inside your heart and exposed you. Hide yourself and expose God. This is real sadhana. So through meditation, meditation brings about moderation in senses and faculties, and calmness is restored. There is another process which is a part of the method which is called cleaning. It removes the impressions, that is sanskaras, we accumulate, and nighttime prayer reconnects us with our master and purpose. The prayer in Sahajmarg is a deep act of surrender and a silent call from the heart. I will not be reading out the prayer here, I will leave it to the next speaker. It is an expression of yearning to unite with the divine and reaffirmation of our goal. Offered before meditation and before sleep, prayer cultivates humility, devotion, and alignment with the higher purpose of life. In Sahajmarg, we are also guided by our spiritual representatives of the mission who are in charge of the administrative and spiritual functions of the mission. So we have with us our spiritual representative here, Sri Navneet Kumar Saxena ji, who is in direct line of succession. He is also the grandson of Babuji Maharaj. So now moving on to the next facets which are unique to our system. As you can see, there is universal brotherhood, constant remembrance, surrender, faith. There is sacrifice, love. These are all the unique characteristics of Sahajmarg, and these are something that we automatically are able to imbibe as a byproduct of our practice. So all this progress rests on these pillars: love, faith, surrender, constant remembrance. True love is selfless, a silent attraction to the divine. Faith develops through experience and deepens with trust. Surrender is the soul's greatest strength, the point where individual effort meets divine grace. Babuji also emphasized a lot on constant remembrance, a state where we remain inwardly connected to the divine throughout the daily life. It is a heartfelt awareness of the presence of God and Guru. And to help integrate spirituality into our daily life, Babuji has also given us 10 commandments, which will also be discussed in detail. Another core value of Sahajmarg is universal brotherhood. Babuji Maharaj envisioned a world where human beings see each other not as separate entities, but as children of the same divine source. This brotherhood transcends all barriers of religion, nationality, caste or creed, and is grounded in the shared essence of the heart. In essence, Sahajmarg is the most efficacious system based on Raja Yoga to take us to the ultimate goal. It allows us to lead to balance our material and spiritual pursuits. As Babuji has said, it is high time we all imbibe spirituality, accept spirituality, and work towards higher attainments. So with a prayer for all of us here present, I would now request our next speaker. Our next speaker is Srimati Shailaja Vajrajani, who is joining from the Vadodara Center. She is going to speak about religion versus spirituality. So what I have given was the overview, and now each speaker will be coming to discuss each of the topics in detail. Thank you very much.
My humble namaskar to all the dignitaries on the dais and to all my dear Abhyasi brothers and sisters. To continue with what Suma has talked about, religion and spirituality is something that we all talk about, and there has been a lot of confusion as to what is the difference between religion and spirituality. There is, people give their own definitions, their own understanding about this. Babuji Maharaj has clearly written about this aspect. The very first chapter of the book Reality at Dawn, written by Babuji Maharaj, which has been presented to our dignitaries today, is about religion. So let's see what Babuji Maharaj says about religion. The first and foremost thing, how religion has arisen, how this word has arisen, how this concept has arisen. Basically, from time immemorial, man has always been in the quest of knowing about the mysteries of this world, mysteries of this outside external appearances, and to know who the creator is, what he is, how this world has come into existence, and so on. So this has been the very genesis of religion. This is how religion is born. And various people have tried to find out replies to these questions in their own ways, and that is how different religions have come into existence. Some people believe that Brahma is Nirguna Brahma. Some have defined God as Saguna Brahma. With Nirguna Brahma means without any qualities. God doesn't have any qualities. Saguna Brahma, some have defined saying that God has all the good qualities in him. Then some say God is Para Brahma. That God is beyond Nirguna as well as Saguna Brahma. So that is how God has been defined by certain people. Some say he is Nirakar, some say he is Sakar. So these are various definitions or concepts about God that men have given. And so thus religion has been actually founded by individuals, we can say, and based on the personal experiences of the founders. Overall, we can say that religion is actually a way of life. Men who have tried to find out the basis of this whole world, about the creator, they have defined certain ways of life, certain do's and don'ts about life, certain rules and regulations, how to live this life, and certain moral concepts to make our life easy and to make our life more meaningful. And religion also involves certain devotional and ritual observances, right? Based on the founder, based on his concept, his conception about God, they have defined certain rituals, they have defined certain observances to be followed as a part of the religion. So, thus, overall we can say religion contains a moral code. It contains how to conduct human affairs. It tells us how to live our lives meaningfully. Next. Now we look at spirituality. So, spirituality, the word spirituality is derived from the Latin word spiritus, which means spirit or soul, Atma, right? So, spirituality is all about our Atma, the connection between Atma and Paramatma. As per Bhagavad Gita, spirituality means diving deep into inner self and realizing our true identity, our soul, that is the Atman, the spirit within. So this is how Bhagavad Gita defines spirituality. Hence we can say spirituality is the science of one's inner self to achieve God realization. Spirituality is that which gives meaning to one's life and draws one to transcend oneself and leads us to God realization. So here I think we can see the difference between religion and spirituality. Spirituality is all about our inner self, realizing our inner self. Thus, spirituality is a broader concept as compared to religion. In the spiritual progress or in the spiritual sadhana, what is it that we do? We strive to become the lightest and finest, corresponding to the godly attributes by practicing various things like prayer, meditation, interaction with nature, and connecting with the higher power. And the spiritual sadhana leads us to the ending of our karmic cycle and helps us achieve liberation. So this is the difference between spirituality and religion. Next slide please. So here I have tried to give certain bullet points on how to differentiate between religion and spirituality. So we can say religion is an institution established by man to conduct beliefs in reverence to the God. Everybody wants to pray to God, worship God, right? That it is that inner conscience, our inner conscience tells us that there is something superior to us and to whom we should always worship. There is someone superior to us and we always look upon him for any kind of issues, any kind of problems or any kind of worries that we face in our life. So, religion is an institution established by man to conduct beliefs in reverence of God. Shrividya, can you just play properly? Whereas spirituality is born in a person and develops in the person to connect with God. So this is the major difference. Spirituality is born within us. It has to come from within us. It cannot be found externally. It has to come within the person and it develops the person to connect with the God. Religion is all about adoration. We adore God, we worship God, we praise Him, stuti, we call it, right? Whereas spirituality is all about meditation. Babuji has said the only way to God realization is through meditation. So spirituality is all about meditation. Religion is in charge of the to-do, what all we are required to do, do's and don'ts. Whereas spirituality is in charge of to be. We have to be, at par with the nature. We have to become God. So it is actually to be. Religion believes in the eternal life, whereas spirituality makes our conscience feel the eternal life. We are able to actually feel that eternal life. Religious is a focus on certain code of ethics to conduct life, that is physical things and earthly. Spirituality is a focus on spiritual things and the spiritual world. Religion is external, directed by sources, individual, external to self. Majorly, religion involves external activities, whereas spirituality is internal, directed by our inner voice. That is why Babuji has said, the end of the religion is the beginning of spirituality. And end of spirituality is the beginning of reality. And end of reality is real bliss. When that too is gone, we have reached the destination. So Babuji has defined it very clearly that only when religion ends, our spiritual progress can begin. And when spirituality, so there is something even beyond spirituality, which very few gurus may have defined. I am not aware of any guru who has talked about anything beyond liberation. But Babuji says beyond spirituality, at the end of spirituality, the reality begins. And when reality is also over, then there is real bliss. And when that too is gone, so there is something even beyond bliss, that which is not definable in words, that Babuji says is the final destination. So this is about spirituality. I would like to just explain this with a small example. We are all earning our livelihood. We are all doing, working and earning money. We make a family. We build our house, right? But then there is this soul within us which says, no, I want something else. I have a good, reasonable family, I have got a good life to live, but then the soul keeps telling me, no, I need something else. This is not what I am looking for, Then this mind, it feels, okay, I think this fellow needs something more money, it needs more money. So the mind, directs the body to work harder and earn more money, build bigger houses, build more property, buy more, jewelry, buy more clothes and whatnot. So this cycle goes on, as and when this, there's a voice coming from within, it says, no, this is not what I'm looking for. The mind tends to gather more materialistic things to satisfy the soul. But we fail to understand that the soul is not in need of these materialistic things. What is it that the soul wants? If we are able to listen to our soul, if we are able to listen to the voice, the soul is, where does it come from? It comes from Paramatma, right? It is an ansh. Atma jo hai hamara Paramatma ka ansh hai. So this soul wants to get back, merge into that Paramatma. That is the only desire of the soul. But we fail to understand this, and whenever there is a voice from within that I want more, we go and gather more materialistic things. It is like if my body says I am thirsty, the mind gives its milk, doodh pila do. It gives kheer, then it gives milkshake, then it gives ice cream. What will happen? Will the thirst be quenched? For a thirsty body, what is required is water, plain water, natural water, right? So as long as his mind is not in a position to understand what the soul is actually in need of, we are not able to satisfy the soul. Therefore, this is where the spirituality actually begins. The moment the mind is in a position to understand what exactly is the need of my soul, that is when I would say the spirituality will begin. That is when our spiritual sadhana really begins. And that is what we are here for. That is the very purpose of our birth. So I think here Abhyasis of Sahajmarg have actually already realized this. They all know what the soul actually needs, and we are all in the sadhana for achieving the God realization. And this is all I would like to talk about. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Shalija. Now I request Srimati Karuna Sharma ji, who is joining us from Noida Center, to please speak about goal of life.
श्रद्धेय हमारे आदि गुरु श्री नारायण महाराज और हम सभी के प्रिय श्री बाबूजी महाराज की उपस्थिति को मेरा सादर करना। हमारे मिशन के अध्यक्ष श्री नवनीत कुमार जी सक्सेना और सम्मानित मेरे वक्तव्य का विषय है गोल ऑफ लाइफ। हमारे जीवन का क्या लक्ष्य होना चाहिए। जैसा कि आप सभी लोग जानते हैं कि जब भी कोई व्यक्ति नए काम का शुभारंभ करता है तो वो एक रूपरेखा तैयार करता है। तो रूपरेखा में सबसे पहले उसका ध्येय होता है कि मैं इस काम को क्यों करना चाहता हूँ या इस काम को करने का मेरा लक्ष्य क्या है। उसके बाद फिर वो इस बात जब लक्ष्य निश्चित हो जाता है तो उसके सामने प्रश्न होता है कि इसको कैसे पाया जाए और इसको पाने के लिए कौन कौन से रिसोर्सेस हमें इस्तेमाल करने होंगे। ऐसे ही जब कोई भी नया व्यक्ति सहज मार्ग साधना पद्धति में ज्वाइन करता है तो सबसे पहले उसे अपने जीवन का लक्ष्य तय करना पड़ता है। जैसे कि भारतीय दर्शन परंपरा में धर्म, अर्थ, काम और मोक्ष 4 पुरुषार्थ माने गए हैं, जिसमें मोक्ष को मनुष्य के जीवन का लक्ष्य बताया गया है। और आज भी इसी बात को स्वीकार किया जाता है कि मनुष्य के जीवन का लक्ष्य है मोक्ष पाना। हमारे बाबूजी ने भी भारतीय दर्शन परंपरा की इस बात से अपनी सहमति व्यक्त की। उन्होंने कहा कि पुनर्जन्म के अनंत चक्र का निपटारा तभी किया जा सकता है जब व्यक्ति मोक्ष पाले। मोक्ष हमारे सभी दुख दर्दों का अंत है। लेकिन इसके बाद बाबूजी कहते हैं कि मोक्ष से नीची कोई भी अवस्था ध्येय के रूप में स्वीकार नहीं की जा सकती। अर्थात बाबूजी के अनुसार मोक्ष मनुष्य के जीवन के लक्ष्य की सबसे नीची अवस्था है। कहने का अर्थ यह है कि अगर मोक्ष सबसे नीची अवस्था है तो मनुष्य के जीवन का लक्ष्य क्या होना चाहिए। तो हमारे बाबूजी ने बहुत सुंदर शब्दों में अपनी बात कही कि मनुष्य के लिए तय किया गया लक्ष्य बहुत ऊंचा है। उनके अनुसार मनुष्य की पहुंच का चरम बिंदु वहाँ है जहाँ सब प्रकार के वे शक्ति, क्रिया अथवा प्रेरणा तक भी अदृश्य हो जाते हैं और मनुष्य पूर्णतः अभाव की स्थिति में पहुंच जाता है। इसी पहुंच का चरम बिंदु जीवन का अंतिम लक्ष्य है, जिसे हमारे बाबूजी ने एक चित्र के माध्यम से समझाया है। ये एक चित्र आप देख रहे हैं। इस चित्र में एक केंद्र बिंदु है और इसके चारों ओर जो आवृत सर्कल्स हैं वो 23 हैं। इन 23 सर्कल्स में जब हम शुरू के आदि से हम शुरू करते हैं, मनुष्य अपने जीवन के लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करने का प्रारंभ करता है तो आप देखेंगे बीच में 5 सर्कल माया के हैं। ये जो माया के सर्कल हैं इन माया के सर्कल्स पर अगर ध्यान देंगे तो डेढ़ या दो सर्कल्स पार करने के बाद ही आप देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पर लिबरेशन या मोक्ष लिखा हुआ है। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि मोक्ष मनुष्य के जीवन का, अगर मनुष्य ने अपने जीवन का लक्ष्य मोक्ष तय किया हुआ है तो माया के इन 5 सर्कल्स को में से डेढ़ या दो सर्कल पार करते ही वो मोक्ष को पा लेता है। अब ये माया के जो 5 सर्कल्स हैं, जब मनुष्य इन सर्कल्स को पार करता है तो हमारे बाबूजी कहते हैं कि वो महामाया के मंडल को पार कर लेता है और यहाँ पर मनुष्य को अव्यक्त की स्थिति का एहसास होता है। बाबूजी ने बहुत दूरदर्शिता से जब विचार किया होगा तो उन्होंने लिखा कि प्राचीन ऋषियों में से भी बहुत कम ऐसे ऋषि हैं जिन्होंने इस लक्ष्य को भी पार किया हो। और बाबूजी के अनुसार कुछ ऋषियों में से वे राजा जनक का उदाहरण देते हैं और वो लिखते हैं कि राजा जनक की जो स्थिति थी उस समय बहुत ऊंची मानी जाती थी और उस समय के जो प्रमुख ऋषिगण थे वो भी अपने बच्चों को और अपने शिष्यों को उन राजा ऋषि के पास प्रशिक्षण के लिए भेजा करते थे। इसके बाद आप देखेंगे कि 5 सर्कल माया के पार करने के बाद 11 वृत्त आपको दिखाई देते हैं और ये 11 वृत्त बाबूजी ने अहंकार के क्षेत्र के बनाए और इन अहंकार के क्षेत्र को पार करने के बाद मनुष्य अहंकार से मुक्त हो जाता है। और बाबूजी ने बहुत एक सोच विचार कर उन्होंने लिखा है कि केवल उन्हें संत कबीर ही ऐसे ऋषि दिखाई दिए जिन्होंने ये 11 सर्कल्स पार किए। अब उसके बाद आप देखेंगे ये 7 सर्कल्स और आपको दिखाई देते जहाँ केंद्र उसके बिल्कुल किनारे पर ये 7 सर्कल्स हैं। जब व्यक्ति इन 7 सर्कल्स को पार कर लेता है और वो अंतिम सर्कल और केंद्र के बीच में जो थोड़ी सी दूरी बचती है वही मनुष्य की पहुंच का अंतिम बिंदु बाबूजी ने तय किया है। तो आप इन सर्कल्स को देखने के बाद ये अच्छी तरह समझ गए होंगे कि मोक्ष को जो बाबूजी ने सबसे नीची अवस्था गई वो बिल्कुल 1.5 या 2 सर्कल पार करने के बाद ही सहज मार्ग के अभ्यासी को प्राप्त हो जाती है। तो ये तो हमारे सहज मार्ग साधना पद्धति का बाबूजी द्वारा तय किया गया लक्ष्य है। अब इन लक्ष्य को हम कैसे पा सकते हैं? बाबूजी ने लिखा कि लक्ष्य पाने के लिए संकल्पबद्ध होना बहुत जरूरी है। जब हम किसी बात के लिए संकल्पबद्ध होकर अपना कार्य आरंभ करते हैं तो ये समझ लीजिए कि आधा रास्ता तो आपने तय कर ही लिया। बाबूजी के अनुसार जब कि यदि हमें दृढ़ संकल्प शक्ति है तो किन अज्ञात स्रोतों से दिव्य शक्तियाँ हमारी सहायता करती हैं और जब हमें सही रास्ता मिल जाता है तो हमें उस रास्ते को संकल्पबद्धता के साथ पकड़ लेना चाहिए। इसके बाद दूसरा एक तरीका है लक्ष्य को पाने का, एकाग्रता। बाबूजी बार बार कहते हैं कि जब अगर आपको अपना लक्ष्य पाना है तो आपको लक्ष्य को लगातार अपनी दृष्टि के सामने बनाए रखना चाहिए। आपका लक्ष्य आपकी दृष्टि से एक पल के लिए भी नहीं हिलना चाहिए। उसके लिए बाबूजी उदाहरण देते हैं एक पहलवान का और एक मजदूर या लकड़हारे का। बाबूजी लिखते हैं कि पहलवान के सामने पहलवान भी वर्जिश करता है, शारीरिक मेहनत करता है और लकड़हारा भी या मजदूर भी दिन रात मेहनत करता है। लेकिन जो पहलवान है उसका लक्ष्य है शारीरिक बल को प्राप्त करना और लकड़हारे का लक्ष्य होता है या मजदूर का लक्ष्य होता है 4 पैसे कमाना। जब पहलवान वर्जिश करता है शारीरिक शक्ति को पाने के लिए और मजदूर मेहनत करता है केवल 4 पैसे कमाने के लिए, तो वो दोनों अपने अपने हिसाब से अपना लक्ष्य प्राप्त कर लेते हैं। पहलवान शारीरिक बल प्राप्त करता है और मजदूर 4 पैसे। तो इससे बाबूजी बताते हैं कि जैसा आपका लक्ष्य है उसी हिसाब से आपको मेहनत करनी होगी। एक उदाहरण और भी मैं आपको समझा सकूँ जिससे आप सभी लोग परिचित हैं। अर्जुन के बारे में आप सभी जानते हैं। अर्जुन ने भी अपना एक लक्ष्य तय किया था कि मुझे संसार का प्रसिद्ध धनुर्धारी बनना है और उस धनुर्धारी बनने के लिए उसे रात दिन एक कर दिया था। उससे इस बात की परवाह नहीं, ना उसे सोने की चिंता थी ना खाने की चिंता थी। रात दिन उसके उसके सामने एक ही लक्ष्य रहा कि मुझे अब सब संसार का सबसे प्रसिद्ध धनुर्धारी बनना है, और वो बना। वो केवल इसलिए क्योंकि लक्ष्य उसके सामने था। इसके बाद बाबूजी लिखते हैं कि बेचैनी, लक्ष्य को पाने के लिए दिन रात आपको बेचैन रहना होगा। जब तक आप शाश्वत शांति और स्थिरता प्राप्त नहीं कर लेते, तब तक आपको 1 मिनट के लिए भी चैन नहीं लेना चाहिए। तड़प ही एक ऐसा रास्ता है जो आध्यात्मिकता की ओर ले जाता है। आप बेचैन रहें, तड़पते रहें अपने लक्ष्य को पाने के लिए, तो लक्ष्य आपको प्राप्त होकर ही रहेगा। इसके साथ ही साथ सद्गुरु का मार्गदर्शन, ये तीनों जो अभी मैंने बातें बताई, दृढ़ संकल्प शक्ति, एकाग्रता और तड़प, इसके साथ साथ अगर समर्थ सद्गुरु का मार्गदर्शन मिल जाए, और सद्गुरु कैसा हो जिसमें अभ्यासी के विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में आवृत अज्ञान और आवरण को और बाधाओं को काट कर हटा देने की शक्ति हो, तब तो लक्ष्य सुनिश्चित रूप से आप प्राप्त करके ही रहेंगे, जो कि हमारे पास हमारे बाबूजी के रूप में उपस्थित है। इसके और इन सब के साथ सतत अभ्यास, जैसे सुबह का ध्यान, शाम की सफाई, रात के की जाने वाली प्रार्थना और सतत स्मरण, आत्मसमर्पण, प्रेम, श्रद्धा और विश्वास, ये और साधन। इन सब के बाद मैं आपको एक और रोचक वृतांत बताना चाहूँगी कि एक अभ्यासी ने बाबूजी से पूछा कि बाबूजी ऐसा मैं क्या करूँ जो एक ही छलांग में अपने लक्ष्य को पा लूँ। तो बाबूजी ने बहुत ही सुंदर उदाहरण दिया हनुमान जी का। वो कहते हैं कि हनुमान जी प्रायः आत्मविस्मृति की अवस्था में रहते थे। ध्यान से सुनने वाली बात है कि हनुमान जी सदैव आत्मविस्मृति की अवस्था में रहते थे। जब तक कोई उन्हें उनकी स्थिति का और उनकी शक्ति का एहसास नहीं कराता था, तब तक उन्हें अपनी शक्ति का अभान नहीं होता था। और जब उनके आराध्य श्री राम ने कहा कि सीता को खोज कर लाना है, तो उन्होंने ये नहीं सोचा कि भाई भारत और श्रीलंका के बीच में जो समुद्र है उसको पार करने में मुझे कितनी परेशानी आएगी, कितना दूरी है, कितना क्या। उन्होंने कहा अच्छा, और अपने आराध्य की आज्ञा का पालन करने के लिए वो उठे और अपनी संकल्पबद्धता के साथ, एकाग्रता के साथ, तड़प के साथ और सतत अभ्यास के साथ उन्होंने पल भर में ही पूरे समुद्र की पूरी दूरी एक छलांग में तय कर ली। अब ये उदाहरण बाबूजी ने हमारे सामने रखा। तो अब इसमें क्या है कि अगर बाबूजी का आपको अपनी शक्ति का एहसास नहीं होना चाहिए, आप पूर्णतः अपने आराध्य जो हमारे बाबूजी ने हमें निर्देश दे रखे हैं उन पर इफ और बट्स बिना लगाए हमें अपने लक्ष्य को पाने के लिए और बाबूजी के द्वारा बताए गए निर्देशों को पालन करते हुए हम लक्ष्य को अवश्य प्राप्त करेंगे और एक ही छलांग में प्राप्त कर सकते हैं, बशर्ते कि हम अपने बाबूजी के द्वारा बताए गए सभी आदर्शों का, सभी निर्देशों का, सभी नियमों का तन मन से पालन करें। और एक बात मैं और बता देना चाहती हूँ कि जो हमारा सहजमार्ग सिस्टम है वो उपदेशों पर आधारित नहीं है, डू एंड फील एक वैज्ञानिक पद्धति है। आप करके देखिए, करो और करके देखो, मेरी बात पर विश्वास मत करो, करो, डू एंड फील। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं अपनी बात को समाप्त करती हूँ। आप सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप सभी लोगों ने बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करुणा जी। Now to speak about founder and Guru Maharaj, I would request Sri Lakshmanacharya Garu from Karimnagar Center to please come on the dais.
Direct line of successor, spiritual representative of Sri Ramchandra Mission, and Dr. G. Satish Reddy Garu, advisor to Government of Andhra Pradesh and former chairman DRDO, Mario गोवा पूर्व कमलको नमस्कार। अब गोवा में 126th डे ऑफ बाबूजी बर्थडे, इतना सौभाग्य दिन है बोले तो अभी थोड़ा हिंदी इंग्लिश तेलुगु बात करो बोले, इसीलिए थोड़ी लोगों को सुनाने के लिए, एक्चुअली तेलुगु वाला ज़्यादा है मगर तेलुगु में बोल देते थे, थोड़ी हिंदी इंग्लिश समझने वाला इधर, इसीलिए बोल कर रहा हूँ। वेरी हैप्पी क्या बोले तो अभी हमारा तेलुगु सत्यजीत रेड्डी साहब भी तेलुगु है तो यंग डायनामिक जैसा दिख रहा है। तो ऐसे लोगों मिशन का आए तो पूरा दुनिया भी देख सकते, इंटेलेक्चुअल एंड तो इंटेलिजेंस ऐसी लोगों सहजमार्ग सीखे तो ऑटोमेटिकली सब लोग देखते रहता। सुपरमैन एयरलाइन में वो बड़ा नेम है, तो इसीलिए मैं स्पेशल रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ इसी। तो गोवा का सेंटर के बारे में एक बात करना है। ये गोवा सेंटर में नैना बेडेकर एक ही अभ्यासी है। तो गोवा हमारा सहजमार्ग का अभ्यासी, गोवा बोले तो नहीं समझते, नैना बेडेकर बोले तो गोवा याद आता। नैना बेडेकर 1984 में एज ए स्टूडेंट ऑफ कॉलेज जब अभ्यासी हुआ, अब 30 इयर्स हो गया, 3 टाइम्स फंक्शन करा, तो इतना सौभाग्य है। इसीलिए कि गोवा सेंटर को सर्विस एंड सैक्रिफाइस डेडिकेशन का अभ्यासी है, वो मॉडल रोल ऑफ अभ्यासी श्री रामचंद्र मिश्र का बोले तो हमारा नैना बेडेकर। तो आज मेरे थोड़ा छोटा सब्जेक्ट दिया, फाउंडर प्रेसिडेंट हिस्ट्री, ब्रीफ हिस्ट्री। तो बाबूजी के बारे में, सहजमार्ग के बारे में बताना बोले तो 10 मिनट टाइम दे मेरे को, 10 घंटा बोले तो भी कमी है, तो इसलिए छोटा छोटा वर्ड्स बताने के हैं मैं। तो श्री रामचंद्र मिशन registered in 1945 by the blessings of Sri Lalaji Maharaj, established by Sri Babuji Maharaj in Sahajmarg, UP, India. As Guru Dakshina. But great thing is, Revered Babuji Maharaj himself merged in ultimate in 24/3/1945. ये देखना है पॉइंट। बिफोर श्री रामचंद्र मिशन बाबूजी महाराज मेरिट इन अल्टीमेट। तो श्री रामचंद्र मिशन के बारे में न्याय इधर श्री रामचंद्र मिशन का प्रेसिडेंट बना, श्री राम तो ट्रांसमिशन से मोक्ष देने के लिए ओवरऑल इन द वर्ल्ड अल्टीमेट मेरिट होने के बाद श्री रामचंद्र मिशन रजिस्टर करा है। आफ्टर ऑल नेचर्स पावर established before the establishment of Sri Ramchandra Mission, afterwards all nature powers are under Babuji's control. This is a first example since beginning of the world. So Babuji becomes a special personality. Due to his unique nature, he is regarded as the Vishwa Srishtikarta. विश्व सृष्टिकर्ता होने के बाद विश्व सृष्टिकर्ता के बारे में क्या बोल सकते हैं? तो भी बाबूजी क्या कहा है? Although he said once at the outset, I cannot say that I am one of the best masters, but your experience will tell that I am one of the best servants. Sri Babuji Maharaj has not come only to give moksha to Abhyasis of Sri Ramchandra Mission, but also has come to overall in the whole world. The spiritual philosophy cannot develop unless they concentrate themselves toward it. Society is crippled without their help. It is a great blunder on the part of the jatis. चढ़ा देखना जाति बोले तो एक कास्ट। इट इज ए ग्रेट ब्लंडर ऑफ द पार्ट ऑफ द जातिस who do not give them field to work on them. Who was the founder of Raja Yoga before it came to form of Buddha? A Kaista. Every big religion started by the Kaistas. Example, Mahatma Buddha is an example. Now this mission, Adi Guru Sri Lalaji Maharaj and our beloved founder president also Sri Ramchandraji Maharaj Sahajmarg belongs to Kaista community. And now his spiritual representative also will come, same family as per Babuji's will and nature orders also. Please once again. And the spiritual representatives also will come, same family and as per Babuji's will and nature orders. Swami Vivekananda ji said with Babuji Maharaj on 27/7/1945 that your position as a president is nominal. I am working in your present form. The same system will go on for every president following it. The post is a very important one and not open to everybody. Example, now our president Navneetji గురించి ఒక విషయం చెప్పాలంటే మనం ప్రతి సండే అంటే ఈ అభ్యాసాల గురించి తెలియదు, ప్రతి సండే సత్సంగ్ ఏదైతుందో మనం ప్రతి వారం ఆదివారం సత్సంగ్లో పోయి ఇండివిజువల్ సిటీకి తీసుకొని మనం సండే జరిగే సత్సంగ్ యొక్క ఇంపార్టెన్స్ మన నవనీత్ గారు మన ప్రెసిడెంట్ గారు ఇచ్చే సిట్టింగ్లో ఎందుకు తేడా ఉన్నది అంటే ఇగో ఇది బాబూజీ గారు ఏం చెప్పిండ్రు, వాళ్ళ రిప్రజెంటేటివే వాళ్ళ కుటుంబం నుంచి వస్తుంది, అది కాయిస్తుంది. కాబట్టి మనకి ఇక్కడ వారు చెప్పిన విషయం ఏంటి అంటే కేవలం ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ డైరెక్ట్ మనం పూజ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు మనకు డైరెక్ట్ వస్తుంది. సిట్టింగ్ ఏదైతే ప్రెసిడెంట్ గారు ఇచ్చే సిట్టింగ్ ఉందో ఆ సిట్టింగ్ బాబూజీ త్రూ నవనీత్జీ, అందుకొరకే మనకి డిఫరెన్స్ ఉన్నది. తెలుగు समझ हिंदी समझ गया सब. अब अपना एवरी संडे सत्संग दे रहे हैं ना, मंथली वंस प्रेसिडेंट सब सिटिंग दे रहे हैं ना, डायरेक्ट बाबू से इनका थ्रू आता हमारा, इसीलिए डिफरेंस है, इफेक्ट है सारी दुनिया में, नॉट ओनली इंडिया, ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. फर्स्ट संडे सिटिंग जो दे रहे हैं हमारा प्रेसिडेंट जी, हम फील हो रहे हैं ऐसा. नाना प्लेस के बारे में भी बोल रहा हूँ. तो यही स्पेशल स्पिरिचुअल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव का काम हुआ है थ्रू बाबूजी से. तो बाबूजी दे रहे इनका थ्रू, तो इसीलिए डिफरेंस रहता. यही फैमिली से हमारा गुरु महाराज फिजिकली नहीं है, नहीं तो भी अभी ट्रांसमिशन मिल रहा है. कैसा मिलता है? सब लोग बोलते पूछते, कोई तो लोग अरे गुरु नहीं है, फिजिकल फॉर्म नहीं है, बोले तो अभी ये इधर बता दूँ. Even though Krishna Maharaj also not in the position, he had only Sudarshana Chakra in that time. Now Babuji have Mahakala Chakra. The Mahakala Chakra is most powerful than Sudarshana Chakra. లైక్ సూర్యుని ముందు దీపం లాంటిది. అంటే అప్పటి అవసరం కొరకు, అప్పటి కాలం కొరకు శ్రీకృష్ణుని దగ్గర ఉన్న శక్తి ఏంటంటే సుదర్శన చక్రం మాత్రమే. కానీ ఇప్పుడు బాబూజీకి అవసరం పడ్డది ఏంటిది? మహాకాల చక్రం. ఇవాళ డిస్ట్రక్షన్ కావాలి, కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ డిస్ట్రక్షన్ సేమ్. వాళ్ళ బాబూజీ దృష్టి లోపల కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ పవర్ కావాలి, డిస్ట్రక్షన్ పవర్ కావాలి. కాబట్టి ఆయనకు అవసరం ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి అంటే మహాకాల చక్ర. మహాకాల చక్రం ఏంటి అంటే సూర్యుని ముందు దీపం లాంటిది. అందుకొరకే నేచర్ కొరకు బాబూజీ వచ్చిండు, నేచర్ వర్క్ చేస్తాడు. కేవలం శ్రీరామచంద్ర మిషన్ గురించే కాదు. ప్రాక్టికల్లీ స్పీకింగ్, స్వామి వివేకానంద అంటాడు, ప్రాక్టికల్లీ స్పీకింగ్ యూ నీడ్ నాట్ నో రెస్ట్. యువర్ సోల్ హైజ్ లెఫ్ట్ severed his connection from the body. Example, he has written a letter to Sri Raghavendra Rao Garu in 1968. मैं जिंदा से आया हूँ, जिंदा से जाऊंगा, मैं मरने का सवाल पैदा होता नहीं. This is the Babuji in 1968 लिखा हुआ. Once Babuji asked बाबूजी महाराज व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस. तो बाहर देश गए तो बाबूजी से पूछा, बाबूजी व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन रियल गुरु एंड गॉड. तो बाबूजी बोलता, देयर इज नो डिफरेंस बिटवीन रियल गुरु एंड गॉड. तो बाबूजी ऑलरेडी मेर्ज हो गया इसमें, इसीलिए ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं। तो बाबूजी का जरूरत नहीं है। हमारा मिशन में फिजिकल प्रेजेंस के इम्पॉर्टेंस भी है। अल्टीमेट जो आदमी मिल गया, मेर्ज हो गया, वो अल्टीमेट का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं हमारे। तो इससे पहले बोला डू एंड फील इट। Every human being has no other path to achieve the goal of life except following the path of Sahajmarg system sincerely. Sahajmarg system बहुत लोग कर रहे हैं और sincerely, and we must be proud to be a Sahajmarg अभ्यासी। तो इसीलिए मैं टाइम बहुत कम दिया। गुरु के बारे में बोलना बोलते क्या बोल सकते, भगवान के लिए क्या बोलते हैं, भगवान क्या नहीं देते। अपन भगवान होना बोले तो और हमारा गुरु का कभी भी बोलता सिंप्लिसिटी, इसीलिए कोई भी नहीं पहचाना। बाबूजी ने वो गुर्तुपट्टले तम ఉన్నప్పుడు కుర్దా పైజామా హుక్కా ఇదే చూశారు, కానీ బాబూజీ సింప్లిసిటీ అసలు। ఒక రోజు బాబూజీ దగ్గరికి ఒక అభ్యాసి వచ్చిండు, అందరూ అప్పుడు చారీ వాళ్ళు గ్రూప్ వాళ్ళందరూ ఉండి ఆయన అక్కడ దూరం నిల్చున్నాడు। లంచ్ టైం అయిపోయింది। లంచ్ టైం అయిపోతే అందరూ బాబూజీ టైం అయిపోయింది, లంచ్ చేస్తాం రండి అని చెప్పి బాబూజీని పిలిచిండట। బాబూజీ అన్నట్టు అందరూ పోయి కూర్చున్న తర్వాత అక్కడ ఉన్న పెద్ద మనిషి ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ పూర్ ఆత్మీయ ఉన్నాడు, అక్కడ ఆయనకు రమ్మను అని అన్నాడు। అంటే వీళ్ళందరూ ఉన్నారు, బాబూజీ అక్కడ ఆశ్రమంలో భోజనాలు తయారైనవి, మీరు అందరూ మీకు ఇక్కడ డైనింగ్ టేబుల్ మీద కూర్చొని భోజనం చేయొచ్చు అన్నాడు। నేను పहले बुलाओ, उन्होंने कहा तो मैं कहता हूँ इज द गुरु सिंप्लिसिटी। तो एक बार बीबी गिरी बाबूजी के पास आके सिटिंग ले, तो बोल क्या है बाबूजी महाराज क्या बोल रहे हैं, अरे आप आए तो सिक्योरिटी का प्रॉब्लम होता है, मैं खुद आपका घर को आता बोल के बीबी गिरी घर को गया। वही हमारा गुरु का इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो गुरु कभी भी गुरु बोले तो उसका ऐसे अभ्यासी का रास्ता भी नहीं रहता। The light is already lit. Only devoted hearts are required to gain it and profit it. तो ये बाबूजी के बारे में बोलना है तो बाबूजी कभी भी क्या बोल रहा था, सहजमार्ग सिस्टम के बारे में बोल रहे, वो गुरु के बारे में बोले तो वो कम करके बात करता। इसीलिए सहजमार्ग सिस्टम हमारा अभ्यासी लोगों ने बताया वैसे होना तो कंपलसरी देख के डू एंड फील इट वेदर इट इज करेक्ट और नॉट। ये एसेंस ऑफ सहजमार्ग एक ही बात में बोलना है तो खुदा को पाने के लिए बंदा का आना ना जाना, खुद को मिटाकर खुदा को खुद में पाना है। बाबूजी इसका वर्ड, खुदा को पाने के लिए बंदा का आना ना जाना, खुद को मिटाकर खुद में खुदा को पाना है। ये अपन सहजमार्ग का सिस्टम है। कभी भी अपन वो रिच फेलोस हो सकते हैं, पूर फेलोस हो सकते हैं, वो जीत आते जाते रहता है। एक गोल ऑफ लाइफ हमारा सिस्टर सभी बोला ना, इसीलिए एक लास्ट बात करने का है, इंसान तो वही है मगर तकदीर बदलती रहती है। इंसान तो वही है, तकदीर बदलती रहती है। शीशा तो वही है, तस्वीर बदलती रहती है। अब हम बदलते जाते जाते रहते हैं, मगर ये दुनिया को आया दो पैरेलल, स्पिरिचुअल एंड मटेरियल, दोनों के साथ साथ जाना पड़े तो केवल सहजमार्ग ही मिलता, अदरवाइज देयर इज नो रूट। मोक्ष के लिए इतना आसान है। ऑल रिक्वेस्ट टू कम एंड सी मिस्टर रेड्डी गाరు स्पेशल ఒకసారి చూడండి, ఎందుకంటే రీసెర్చ్ చేసేది మీరు, మీరు కూడా రీసెర్చ్ చేయండి, ఇట్లాంటి వాళ్ళందరికీ ఉపయోగపడుతుంది కాబట్టి స్పెషల్ కేసు లేదంటే మీరు బుక్స్ తీసుకొని సరి మీరు దీని గురించి చేస్తారని వ్యక్తం చేస్తారు.
About of the system, our method, Sahajmarg, I would request Srimati Bharati ji from Warangal Center to please come on the dais.
Navneet Kumar Saxena ji, all the dignitaries on the dais, and dear brothers and sisters, namaskars. On this auspicious day, with hearts full of love and reverence, we come together to celebrate the divine birth anniversary of Pujya Sri Babuji Maharaj, the founder of Sri Ramchandra Mission. This gathering is not just a celebration, it is a moment of deep gratitude for the divine gift he has given to humanity, the path of Sahajmarg, which leads us to the ultimate. Babuji Maharaj, out of his immense compassion, revived and offered to the world a spiritual system that is simple, natural, and above all, effective. He established this mission in the sacred name of his Guru, Sri Ramchandra Maharaj of Fatehgarh, whom we lovingly call as Lalaji Maharaj. This path we follow is called Sahajmarg, the natural path. Sahaj means simple and natural. Marg means path. Together, this is the most natural way to realize God given to us, not as a philosophy to read, but as a life to live. It is based on Raja Yoga, the age-old process of yogic transmission once practiced by great sages of our country, but lost to time. It was Lalaji Maharaj who revived this sacred system and adapted it for the modern seeker. And it was Babuji Maharaj who further simplified it, making the journey to the ultimate accessible to every willing heart. Sahajmarg is a path beyond religion. Sahajmarg is not a religion. It is above all religions. It embraces the truths found in all sacred paths. Christianity teaches us love. And in Sahajmarg, love is the very foundation upon which the entire spiritual edifice stands. Islam speaks of one God and shuns idol worship. Sahajmarg too leads us to the one, the ultimate, without reliance on form or image. Hinduism speaks of Sanatana Dharma, the eternal law, the call of duty towards self, society, and God. Sahajmarg awakens us to our true Dharma. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us the ideals of Nishkama Karma, Vairagya, and Sthita Prajna. In Sahajmarg, we don't merely learn these as theory, but we practice them, we live them. This path is a practical one. It is not a read and enjoy method, but it is a do and feel method. This sacred path is more than spiritual practice. Sahajmarg is philosophical, psychological, and scientific all at once. As our beloved philosopher and renowned Abhyasi, Dr. K.C. Varadachari said, Sahajmarg is the seventh darshan, a new school of thought that brings spiritual truth into direct human experience. It is psychological, for everything we do here is based on thought. Our meditation, cleaning, remembrance, and prayer, all are acts of divine thought. It is scientific. But like true science, it yields the same result to all who follow it sincerely, regardless of background or culture. Wherever our fellow Abhyasis may be, they feel the transmission. They experience divine help, and they walk steadily towards their goal. The mystery and power of transmission. What makes Sahajmarg unique is pranavati or transmission. It is the divine current that flows from the ultimate into the heart of the seeker through the grace of the master. This is not material energy. It is subtle, divine and pure. And though it comes silently without force, it is mighty in its effect, dissolving grossness, transforming the soul and pulling us towards our original state. Transmission is not just energy, it is a touch of the divine itself. Babuji Maharaj revealed what even science had not touched. The matter can not only become energy, but that energy can be transformed into the ultimate reality. This is the miracle of transmission. This is the divine blessing of Sahajmarg. Babuji Maharaj gave us a simple daily routine to remain connected with the divine throughout the day. They are morning meditation, evening cleaning, bedtime prayer and constant remembrance. Morning meditation. We meditate before sunrise, when nature is calm and quiet. Sitting comfortably, we close our eyes. We say the prayer with love and surrender. And we meditate on the meaning of the prayer. We meditate on the point where we feel heartbeat. The heartbeat is nothing but the visible form of divinity which is present in the ultimate. The Babuji says, heartbeat is the visible form of invisible motion of God. Thus, we connect our heart with the divine, thinking there is divine light without the luminosity attracting us towards it. This light is not seen with eyes. It is felt in the soul. Thus, in the very first sitting of meditation, we are connected with the ultimate and receive transmission from there. That is why Babuji says, the beginning is the end. That means in the first sitting only, we are connected with the ultimate. So Babuji says, beginning is the end. Our mind always thinks of worldly things. Even in leisure hours, our thoughts seem to have wings. Thus the thoughts leave impressions upon the senses and turn them solid like rock and they lose wisdom. In meditation, we focus on one thing, that is on the ultimate. So the mind loses its wandering tendency and stops forming impressions and gets regulated. The heart which pumps blood to every cell now pumps transmission also, purifying not only the body cells but also the soul. And now comes evening cleaning. At day's end, we sit again as we sit in meditation for half an hour and clean our system. We imagine all impurities, distortions and complexities are going out in the form of smoke or vapor from the backside. With this, our soul becomes lighter and we prepare ourselves to receive divine grace. This process of cleaning is given by Sri Lalaji Maharaj. It is not just a practice, it is a lifeline for the soul seeking liberation. Truly speaking, it is our samskaras, the subtle impressions of our past thoughts, actions and experiences that bind us. These impressions create a deep-rooted patterns within us, ways of thinking, reacting and behaving that we often cannot break free from, no matter how strong our intentions may be. We feel we are free, but in reality, we are often slaves to our past. But in cleaning, as the impressions are clear, these tendencies can be changed easily, almost automatically. People say we cannot change our past, but by the cleaning process, the impressions are removed and our past can be changed. This is the greatness of Sahajmarg. And now comes bedtime prayer. Before sleep, we say our prayer again with deep devotion, feeling the presence of the Master in our hearts. We sleep in the divine remembrance and our sleep becomes meditation. We wake up still connected with the divine, ready for the next morning's practice. And there are some meditation techniques. Some methods teach meditation on different chakras like the Ajna chakra or the navel or many other forms. But Babuji Maharaj lovingly guided us in the right path. We get the essence of whatever we meditate on. If we meditate on the ocean, we get salt. If we meditate on the Ajna chakra, we may gain power of that chakra, but without guidance, it may become harmful. Meditation on the navel has no spiritual value except making the mind and passions all the more powerful and sensuality develops. But when we meditate on the heart, the seat of love, light and divinity, we receive divine essence and we are lifted towards our real home, that is the ultimate. It was Lalaji Maharaj who discovered the central region. And just now Karna Sharma ji showed the 23 circles of diagram, and in that center around that center we call it as central region, that is the nearest place to the center, and that place is discovered by Lalaji Maharaj. And region which is the final and higher spiritual region, unknown to the seekers in the past. In the past they know only till Sahasrara and no one knows about the central region. Sahajmarg alone can guide a soul to that sacred realm. Other paths speak of liberation, but this path takes us beyond liberation to union with the ultimate. This path is open to all. There are no barriers of caste, creed, language or background. Once an Abhyasi asked Babuji Maharaj, "Master, what is the qualification to join this mission?" Babuji smiled and replied, "Just willingness. If we are willing, truly willing, the Master takes full charge of our journey. There are no rigid rules, no long rituals, only a heart that longs for the pure life." My dear brothers and sisters, Sahajmarg is the greatest blessing for the modern seeker. It brings peace in daily life and spiritual evolution at the same time. It is the highway to the ultimate. On this auspicious day of Babuji Maharaj's birthday, let us rededicate ourselves to this path. Let us open our hearts to His divine presence, to His love and to the inner call that brought us here. Let us walk this natural path with faith, devotion and surrender and reach our home where our Master is waiting. Thank you all. Namaste.
Thank you very much. Now I request Srimati Swarupa Reddy Garu from Karimnagar Center to come and speak about Nizamabad Center. To speak about constant remembrance, surrender and universal brotherhood.
Respected brethren, respected witness, all the dignitaries on the stage, and my dear brothers and sisters, namaste to everybody. Today I am going to start with constant remembrance, which is a special feature of our Sahajmarg. First, let's see what constant remembrance is. As our sisters have spoken about the method of meditation, healing and prayer, which make up the basic elements of Sahajmarg practice, this practice becomes dynamic and infused with life and feeling, when it leads to the remembrance and experience of our connection with the divine within. One cultivates this ongoing connection to a specific training of mind and heart, referred to as constant remembrance. Constant remembrance means keeping divine thought alive in the heart at all times. Meditational practice will acquire efficiency when the abhyasi becomes devoted to the constant remembrance. Constant remembrance transforms our material life into spiritual. See, our life becomes a puja. Whatever we do, it will become puja when we practice this constant remembrance. The method is to perform every action with the feeling that it is done for the master, or that the master himself is doing it. It helps in spiritualizing our material life by converting every action into an act of duty and service, thereby removing worldly attachments and ego. So this is what our Lord Krishna too has told in Bhagavad Gita, to do everything as your duty. But in Gita it is not given how to go about it. But here our Guru Maharaj has given the way to do it, that is to consider every work we do as a service towards our Lord or our Master, and doing it for Him, which makes it as a duty. Because when we do it for ourselves, it doesn't become a duty, but when we do it for Master, it becomes a divine duty. So this is the special feature of this constant remembrance, that we do everything as a duty. So this also removes our worldly attachments and ego, because we are doing it as a duty. There is no I, so it removes the ego and it removes the attachments. Thus its practice trains us to attend to everything with the idea of divine. One can practice constant remembrance by contemplating on divine qualities, focusing on God's all-pervasiveness during our leisure time, and serving others with the feeling that they belong to God. Constant remembrance is considered more significant than meditation for developing love, faith, and devotion. This is a very dynamic way of practice to develop love for God. How can we develop love for God? By remembering Him again and again. So this we are doing with constant remembrance by connecting it to our daily chores. We are doing everything as His work. That means we are doing our duties with the remembrance of Master at the back of our mind. So this way it becomes very dynamic. It is a natural outcome. This constant remembrance is a natural outcome of regular meditational practice and deep devotion, and facilitates faster spiritual progress and realization. So when somebody asked, some Abhyasi asked our master how to reach the goal in the fastest way, he said, do constant remembrance. This is the fastest way to our destination. Now next comes the surrender. Surrender is very essence and culmination of all spiritual practice in Sahajmarg. It begins with obedience. When we when we are obedient to our master in total, that is the beginning of our journey towards surrender. Surrender involves the idea of giving up all that we possess as our belongings to the Divine Master, having no concern with them at all. True surrender means having no awareness of it. It is achieved by meditation supplemented by constant remembrance. Surrender vacuumizes the abhyasi by removing the ego and giving place to the divine consciousness. Living as if all tasks are God's commands transforms every action into an offering and cultivating love, trust and emotional dependency on the Master, which facilitates natural surrender. This surrender has three dimensions. The first is self, that is complete identity surrender. It is we lose our ego, that identity of our body will be lost. That is self-surrender. Now the second is protection, trusting the Master for safety. And the third is fruits of action or work, that is letting go of the outcomes. Like in Bhagavad Gita it is said, doing your duty alone is yours and fruits are God's. So that comes in this surrender. The true surrender one becomes like a living dead. Living dead means stripped of personal ego and fully immersed in divine presence. That is offering one's heart to the Divine Master in the most potent act of surrender. Is the most potent act of surrender. It simplifies and accelerates our spiritual transformation. Now the last, universal brotherhood. We come to the last part of the phrase Vastaika Kutumbam, meaning the world is one family, is taken from the Hindu text Upanishad. Our mission embodies this vision, the Sahajmarg method's practice to develop universal brotherhood. All beings originate from the same divine source, just like the children of one mother. The development of the feeling of universal brotherhood means the breaking up of the individual network that separated one from the other and the closer adherence to the tie of fraternity. As the abhyasi progresses, they perceive all humans as brothers and sisters, guided by love and simplicity in behavior and thought. Universal prayer practiced daily at 9 p.m. by all abhyasis reinforces collective spiritual upliftment by meditating for the well-being and inner growth of all. The sixth of the 10 maxims says, know all people as thy brethren and treat them as such. This is the sixth maxim which Babuji has given. It encourages treating everyone with genuine fraternity and helps build a world of peace and harmony. So thank you everyone.
Thank you very much. Now I request Srimati Sudharanji from Hyderabad Center to speak about faith and spiritual representative.
Respected President Sri Navneet Kumar Saxena ji, all the dignitaries and the dais, and all my Abhyasi brothers and sisters, namaste to all. We have gathered here today in satsang, a sacred space where all our hearts are united in remembrance of the divine. In Sahajmarg, our ultimate aim is God realization. On this sacred journey, key elements like meditation, cleaning, constant remembrance, love, devotion, faith, and surrender guide us forward. So almost all the topics are covered by previous speakers. Now, among these, faith holds a vital place. It is the invisible force that propels us through every step of our spiritual path. Today, I would like to reflect on the most essential aspects of spiritual journey, that is faith. Faith is not merely belief. It is a deep and abiding trust, a confidence that arises not from the intellect but from the heart. To have faith is to walk with courage, even when the destination is unseen. It is the faith that becomes our greatest support in times of struggle. In our spiritual journey, faith is the very foundation, the starting point, and the strength that carries us forward. It links the finite, that is the mortal, with the infinite, that is immortal. Once this link is formed, it cannot be broken. It remains with us throughout our journey, silently guiding, uplifting, and transforming us. Will, faith, and confidence are the essential trio for early success in spiritual life. We must have faith in reality itself, faith in the method we have chosen, and above all, faith in the Master guiding us. With genuine faith, inner strength awakens, negative forces are dispelled, and divine impulses become available to us whenever needed. Once we identify a path that resonates with our highest aspirations, we must hold on to it with consistency and conviction. True faith in a spiritual path comes from inner conviction, not from external attractions. It is the faith that withstands hardship, doubt, and time. Only such enduring faith can take us all the way to our goal. Our goal is not temporary peace or material gain. It is the supreme truth. When we aim high and direct our hearts towards the ultimate, everything else falls in place. Any lower form of worship or attachment becomes a hurdle when our goal is spiritual evolution. Let us fix our eyes on the highest and march forward with faith and devotion. A worthy master is a lighthouse in our journey. In Sahajmarg, our connection with the master is subtle, deep, and sacred. Faith in the Guru does not arise overnight. We observe, experience, and gradually feel the presence of divinity in him. When we truly begin to receive transmission and feel the transformation within, faith naturally develops. And from faith comes love. And from love comes surrender. This surrender is not weakness. It is the highest expression of spiritual strength. Faith makes the impossible also possible. It is a divine virtue. Faith is a divine virtue that smoothens our journey and becomes the answer to the very problem of life itself. Now let us talk about our spiritual representative and how the faith in him is essential for our progress. In 1944, Sri Ramchandra Mission was founded by Babuji Maharaj. His humility was such that he never called himself a guru, only a humble servant of humanity. Yet, his spiritual achievements and compassionate transmission changed countless lives. a spiritual representative meets 4 criteria. 1. The worst Abhyasi be prepared in a minute so that he may do the training of his master. Second, all the approaches are given which are possible for a man without death occurring to bring the whole world under trance in a minute. 4. Any place can be changed in a minute so that whoever meditates there may come in the spiritual state. In one of his letters to an Abhyasi, Babuji writes, I have come alive and I shall go alive only. There is no question of dying at all. This shows he is ever-living master and guru of our mission. So we have no concept of living master in our mission. In our mission, all people remain subservient to just one person. To obey his orders will be duty to them. Every person who will be the head in direct line of succession will have the status and position of president, and all shall have their dealings with him only. It is certain that knowledge and directives will remain coming down directly to him from Babuji, and those alone will be the orders for others. After Babuji, his son Mahatma Shri Umesh Chandra Saxena Ji took the spiritual mantle on Vasant Panchami 1994. His quiet work strengthened the foundation of the mission, bringing masters' teachings to seekers in many languages. Since 2003, his son Mahatma Shri Navneet Kumar Saxena Ji has been serving as the spiritual representative of our Sri Ramchandra mission. Though young in age, he carries the same divine current that flowed through our lineage. It is not age or appearance that matters. It is the spiritual transmission that reveals a master. As an Abhyasi, I have experienced that deep spiritual power radiating from our Bhai Sahib. Many a time, not 1 or 2 Abhyasis, but the whole gathering of around 1,000 Abhyasis experienced the state of Samadhi. This is not an ordinary task, but it is the highest level of spirituality which is bestowed to us by him. If you want to test the spiritual strength of a person, the only true test is, do you receive transmission from that person or not? Babuji defined a Mahatma as the most insignificant being, or rather a neglected being, a neglected figure beyond all the feelings of greatness, pride and egoism, and dwelling permanently in a state of complete self-negation. In our beloved Bhai Sahib, these qualities shine quietly. All we need is the inner eye to recognize them and the faith to receive what he offers. Let us not be distracted by simplicity or outer form. Let us remember the greatest power often comes wrapped in humility. Faith in our representative brings rapid spiritual progress. When that faith is real, progress comes in leaps and bounds. In conclusion, let us hold fast to the mission. Let us be constant in practice and unwavering in faith. May our hearts open more deeply each day to the grace of the Master, and may faith become our guiding light in this divine journey. So thank you all. Pranam.
Thank you very much. Now I request Mrs. Anita Chauhan from Mumbai Center to dwell upon the 10 commandments given by Babuji Maharaj.
Namaskar to Babuji Maharaj. our Navneet Khaisa, spiritual representative of Sri Ramchandra Mission, our guest of honor Babuji, dignitaries on the dais, अभ्यासी भाइयों और बहनों, बाबूजी के 10 कमांडमेंट्स उनकी वो टेनेंट्स है जो हर अभ्यासी को पालनी है, ये अनिवार्य है। मैं हिंदी और इंग्लिश में कहने की कोशिश करूंगी, अगर मुझसे कुछ गलती होती है तो उसके लिए पहले से आपसे माफ़ी चाहती हूँ। Covering 10 commandments in 10 minutes is impossible. Babuji has written a book about it and he spent many hours explaining to the Abhyasi, as you have heard the earlier speakers talk about the philosophy, the guiding lines, the tenets of Sahajmarg. But these are the 10 commandments all of us really need to commit to. हम सबको ये बाबूजी की जो 10 आदेश है, इनका दिलो जान से प्रैक्टिस करनी है। The first commandment, rise before dawn, offer your prayer and puja at a fixed hour, preferably before sunrise, sitting in one and the same pose. Have a separate place and seat for worship. Purity of mind and body should be specially adhered to. सुबह रोज सूरज निकलने से पहले हर एक अभ्यासी उठे और साधना उपासना का यथासंभव सूरज निकलने से पहले निश्चित वक्त पर खत्म कर दे। पूजा के लिए एक अलग जगह और आसन फिक्स कर ले। जहाँ तक हो सके एक ही आसन में बैठने की आदत डालें। शारीरिक व मानसिक शुद्धि का खास ध्यान रखें। बाबूजी का ये कहना था कि एक अलग जगह, एक फिक्स समय और एक फिक्स आसन रखने से आप कहीं ना कहीं उस जगह में एक इंटेंशन डालते हैं जो रोज आपको एक कदम आगे ले जाती है। It is important that you keep your asan, your time and the space that you sit in as exclusively for connecting with Master and keep it pure. And this would add to your practice and your growth every day. The second tenet he spoke about was, begin your puja with a prayer for spiritual elevation with a heart full of love and devotion. पूजा प्रार्थना से शुरू की जाए। प्रार्थना आत्मिक उन्नति के लिए होनी चाहिए और इस तरह की हृदय प्रेम से भर जाए। This is one of the unique thing about Master's prayer, where we don't ask for any material things. We only ask our spiritual progress. ये एक अनूठी प्रथा है जहाँ हमारी प्रार्थना किसी चीज़ की मांग नहीं करती है, सिर्फ सरेंडर करती है कि बाबूजी हमें रियलिटी तक, अल्टीमेट तक हमको ले जाने में मदद करें। हम स्वार्थ की भावना से कुछ नहीं मांगते हैं, प्रगति की श्रद्धा से। और ये बात पे वो खास स्ट्रेस देते हैं और ये सेकंड कमांडमेंट है उनका, दैट सरेंडर विद अ हार्ट फुल ऑफ लव। और वो ये इसलिए कहते हैं कि दिल में इतना प्रेम जगा कि बाबूजी मजबूर होकर आपका हाथ पकड़ लें। This feeling of love and surrender, as my previous speaker also stressed on this point of how surrender to Master and love for Master is the magic that works for all of us. अपने दिल के अंदर इतना प्यार जगाइए कि वो प्यार तड़प बन जाए और जो बाबूजी को आपके पास लेके आए। So this is a very important part of the second commandment. The third commandment he says was, fix your goal which should be complete oneness with God. Rest not till the ideal is achieved. हर एक अभ्यासी को चाहिए कि अपना मकसद कायम कर ले और वो ये कि ईश्वर तक पहुंचकर उसमें लय अवस्था हासिल कर ले। उसमें एक हो जाए और जब तक यह बात हासिल ना हो जाए, चैन ना आए, बेचैनी रहे। जैसे कि करुणा जी ने गोल के बारे में कहा, कि अर्जुन ने जो गोल सेट किया था. So Babuji says that it is very, very, very important that you set your goal as the ultimate. Otherwise, you will stop halfway. You will stop 1/3 of the way, unless and until you're very, very, very clear about where you want to go. How will you know that you're going there and you're walking the right path? So ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप जो ध्येय कायम रखते हैं वो absolutely ultimate रखते हैं, मोक्ष के beyond, जो पहले के स्पीकर्स भी कह रहे हैं. So ये सहज मार्ग की एक यूनिक प्रैक्टिस है कि जिसमें हम जो ध्येय रखते हैं वो ईश्वर में विलीन हो जाने का ध्येय है, सिर्फ मोक्ष या लिबरेशन नहीं है. और ये ध्येय रखने से कहीं न कहीं आप अपने आप को उस ध्यान से बांध लेते हैं कि ये वो धागा है जिसके रास्ते से चलते चलते मुझे वहाँ तक पहुँचना है. सो प्लीज़ ध्यान में रहे कि ध्येय बांधना बहुत बहुत ज़रूरी है. छोटा ध्येय मत बांधिए, 1 साल का ध्येय मत बांधिए, 2 साल का ध्येय मत बांधिए. मेक योर गोल द अल्टीमेट mixing of the reality or becoming one with reality and master. Be plain and simple, be identical with nature. अपना जीवन साधारण बना लें और वो ऐसा हो कि नेचर से मिलजुल के जाए. This is another tenet with Babuji personally actually practiced throughout his life of being extremely simple. He used to be so simple that people used to not understand his greatness behind that simplicity. He was so simple and down to earth. बाबूजी का ये भी कहना था कि अपने खुद के आचरण में, अपने स्वभाव में, अपने बर्ताव में इतना साधारणपन रखिए कि जो प्रकृति है वो इतनी साधारण है कि वो साधारणता में उसकी महानता छुप जाती है और हम उसको कहीं और ढूंढते रहते हैं. So he practiced it and he spoke about this, that be simple to be close to nature. All the complexities in cleaning, we are constantly removing our complexities and the layers that cover the simplicity. So हमारे अंदर जैसे प्रकृति इतनी सहज और साधारण है, यहाँ से हमारे मिशन का नाम है सहज, कि इतना सहज जितनी प्रकृति सहज है, जितने फूल पौधे पक्षी प्राणी जल वायु इतने सहज हैं कि हमारे ध्यान में भी नहीं आते. हमको अपने आप को उतना ही सहज बनाना है. His 5th commandment is be truthful, take miseries as divine blessings for your own good and be thankful. हमेशा सच बोले और हर मुसीबत को मालिक की तरफ से अपनी भलाई के लिए समझें और उसका धन्यवाद दें. He wanted us to calculate, to inculcate a personality which was equanimous, जो दुख में विचलित ना हो और सुख में हर्षान्वित ना हो. Don't be too happy with the joys of life and don't be too unhappy with the difficulties of life. How to have a balanced way, and this balanced way would see to it that we would not create new karmas by our desires and by our unhappiness. So वो इस बात को बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी समझते थे कि उनके अभ्यासी भाई बहन को वो इतना सहारा दें कि न वो सुख में अतिरेक हो और न दुख में अतिरेक हो. सो हर लाइफ की हर परीक्षा को और हर मुसीबत को बाबूजी का प्रसाद समझ के ग्रहण करें. बाबूजी ये भी कहा करते थे कि जो अभ्यासी बहुत डेडिकेशन से, प्यार से या सेवा से उनको समर्पण करता है, उनकी लाइफ में दुख थोड़ा ज़्यादा आएगा, मुश्किल थोड़ी ज़्यादा आएंगी और जल्दी जल्दी आएंगी, क्योंकि ये बाबूजी का उनकी तरफ का प्रेम था कि वो चाहते थे कि उनके कर्म फल जल्दी खत्म हो जाए और वो जल्दी से जल्दी अपने रास्ते पे आगे बढ़े. तो जब भी मुसीबत हो या दुख हो, बाबूजी को सरेंडर करें. इससे दुख चला नहीं जाएगा, लेकिन दुख सहने में आपको साथी मिल जाएगा और आप में एक संभाव की भावना प्राप्त होगी. 6th commandment, know all people as thy brethren and treat them as such. Who will जगत को अपना भाई समझें और सबके साथ ऐसा ही व्यवहार करें। हम सब एक ही सोर्स से, एक ही स्रोत से उत्पन्न है, हम सब एक ही जगह जाने वाले हैं। So we are all brothers and sisters in the same journey. Seventh commandment, be not revengeful for the wrong done by others, take them with gratitude as heavenly gifts. Connecting with the earlier one, saying that अगर किसी से कोई तकलीफ पहुंचे तो उसका बदला लेने की इच्छा न हो, बल्कि उसे मालिक की तरफ से समझें और उसका शुक्रिया अदा करें। The eighth commandment is, be happy to eat in constant divine thought whatever you get with due regard to honest and pious earnings. भोजन करने के वक्त जो कुछ मिल जावे उसे खुशी से खाएं और ईश्वर की याद में भोजन करें। शुद्ध और पवित्र, नेक और ईमानदारी की कमाई का ख्याल रखें। जो भी हमें मिलता है वो प्रसाद है, ये अन्न हमको प्रकृति से मिलता है, इसको सच्ची भावना से ग्रहण करें और ईमानदारी की कमाई पे ही जोर रखें। The ninth commandment, mold your living so as to rouse a feeling of love and piety in others. अपना रहन सहन और व्यवहार इतना बढ़िया बना लें कि जिसको देखें उसे लगे कि नेक ख्यालों का एहसास हो और लोग उससे प्यार व मोहब्बत करने लगे। आपका स्वभाव ऐसा होना चाहिए कि दूसरों को आपके प्रति देख के प्यार उमड़े और उनको लगे ओ मुझे भी ऐसा बनना है। So have that feeling towards others of love and piety, that they also are a part of you and your soul journey. 10th commandment, at bedtime, feeling the presence of God, repent for the wrongs committed, beg forgiveness in a supplicant mood, resolving not to allow the repetition of the same. अगर कोई अपराध भूल से हो जाए तो सोते समय ईश्वर को अपने सम्मुख समझकर उससे दीनता की हालत में क्षमा मांगे और पश्चाताप करें और ये प्रार्थना और कोशिश करें कि आगे से कोई अपराध न होने पावे। इस भाव में बाबूजी ने एक बहुत अच्छी चीज़ कई सारे पन्नों में समझाई है कि अगर गलती हो जाए तो रात को सोने से पहले जब आप बाबूजी को प्रार्थना करते हैं तो एक बालक की दीनता से क्षमा याचना करें। आपके अंदर you have to feel so humble and so supplicant that master should feel that oh this is my child, he or she has made this mistake and is begging for forgiveness and so needs to be forgiven. अपने अंदर वो बालपन की शुद्धता से माफी मांगे, स्वार्थ की भावना से नहीं बट बालपन की होलीपन की शुद्धता से मांगे और फिर ये ध्यान रखें कि ये गलती फिर से ना होने पाए। उम्मीद है हम सब इसकी प्रैक्टिस कर पाएंगे। धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much, Anita ji. Our next speaker, Ms. Henna, is joining us from Johannesburg, South Africa. And I request her to share her experiences of her journey so far.
Namaste to all. My name is Henna, obviously from South Africa, and today we gather to celebrate our beloved Master's birthday. We have had such lovely explanations about our system, and now I want to speak to you about my personal experience since starting Sahajmarg, and moreover, since joining our mission's youth group. Sahajmarg is the only system I have known. The mission was brought to South Africa by an Abhyasi who then introduced it to my grandfather. He followed Babuji Maharaj, so do my parents, and so it's both what my brother and I were taught. Growing up, I lived with my grandmother who followed the Swaminarayan religion. I was told to visit temples and perform rituals, and only after I moved back in with my parents, I started following Sahajmarg and understanding it a lot more. Saying this, I've experienced both a religion and a spiritual path. As Babuji Maharaj says, it is hard to explain and needs to be experienced firsthand by the Abhyasi. Having experienced both, I can say with surety that Sahajmarg is a way of life. It is not complicated, it is a version that has been utterly simplified by our Master for people to understand in today's day and age. It is pure and easy, and we have been given a clear map drawn out for us to reach our goal, the ultimate. All we have to do is be willing to surrender and put in the work to follow the map. As for my experiences, I've noticed a lot of new traits that I've developed. Noticed myself being more conscious of when I find myself getting angry or frustrated, and applying what Babuji suggests, such as look towards the sky and laugh. A lot of empathy towards people. I try and practice constant remembrance a lot more. Try and be patient with the world, respecting others and nature. The effects are also noticeable, such as being a lot more calm and not letting much of the world bother you. As one of the youth members, these last 2 days alone have taught me so much, but also made me realize one thing. As our President Navneet Kaka mentioned yesterday, Babuji stated that Sahajmarg will be for our future generations, and we are our future. Ms. Bhatti and Vijita Masi contacted me after my family's visit in September and urged me to join the youth group, and I urge other youth to do the same. It has brought about light, clarity, and more importantly, a platform for us to ask questions on topics we don't fully understand and a way to spread Babuji Maharaj's word. It's up to us to carry on his work through our youth and onwards to our kids. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nena. So with this, we come to an end about the essence of Sahajmarg. And thank you once again to all the speakers. A big round of applause for all the speakers. Thank you. And now it's my honor and privilege to invite our guest of honor, Dr. Satish Reddy ji, to please speak a few words. We welcome him with a huge round of applause, please.
President of the Society, Shri Navneet Kumar Saxena ji, Shri Narayan ji, Shani ji, और राजन बांदेकर जी, जो मैडम अभी इंट्रोड्यूस किया था हमने, सुमा राजेश जी अबू धाबी का, और सब लोगों का सहृदय नमस्कार और प्रणाम। पुनीत जी भी हैं यहाँ पे, सक्सेना जी। मैं एक्चुअली अबू धाबी गए थे 2 महीने पहले, सुमा जी वहाँ मिले थे और वो चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स का कॉन्फ्रेंस थे। वो कॉन्फ्रेंस में मैं एक भाषण देने के लिए गया था, डिफेंस टेक्नोलॉजीज़ और कैपेबिलिटीज़ इसका बारे में। वो हो गया। मैं वापस आने के बाद मैडम इधर का इन्विटेशन भेज के आप आना है बोल के बताते थे। Truly speaking, I am not much associated with this particular path, जो रामचंद्र मिशन के बारे में गए थे 1-2 बार। मैं सोच रहा था मैडम सुमा जी मुझे क्यों इनवाइट किया इसके बारे में। लेकिन आने के बाद देखा था अभी जो लोग इतना लोग बात किए, so more or less 70% of the people are Telugu people. They are all from करीमनगर, निजामाबाद, वारंगल, हैदराबाद सब है। so इसलिए आप भी एक तेलुगु आदमी आके तेलुगु ज़्यादा है, तेलुगु वाला बात करिए बोल के होगा, ऐसे सोच रहा था मैंने। लेकिन I wanted to say one thing. First time experiencing that very simple people, normal people coming from very very simple towns and simple families coming and talking on spiritualism, religion, meditation and all that is very very important to note. Normally whenever we go, we always find people who are high profile or they are all well known, they all have background of spirituality, religion and all that speak. Here what I have seen is very common people coming and talking, and that is what is actually Sahajmarg, natural thing coming from natural people. That is what I am thinking. In our society, whenever we see through the way of life over thousands of years of life and all that when we have gone through, whenever there is a need in the society, there always have been gurus who are born, gurus have come and then tried to bring in a change in the society and need the correction whatever is needed in the society. They are all brought in and again set a course for the people. We have multiple examples in that in the society. One of the greatest examples being Shankaracharya ji, without whom probably we would not have been having Jyotirlingas and Shaktipitas today. We would not have been knowing where, what and all that. From there to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa ji, Vivekananda ji, Swami Vivekananda and all that. So one of that is, I strongly feel after coming here, is Babuji. Babuji has come, otherwise this much or this many people across the globe would not have been understanding, knowing or experiencing what is Sahajmarg and meditation and all that. So is that he is born like as one of our gurus. There are many masters, perfect masters and best masters, or we call Sadgurus, who are born in this society, who have guided and brought spiritual path to us. Babuji is one who is born, I was just being told by Saxena ji, born in a very royal family and divans, having lakhs and lakhs of acres of land, and which everything donated, and he has gone to Britain for studies and come back and then started living a simple life. Like this is what I was told, and what he started in 1945 has expanded this much and grown to all the countries in the globe. And we are also seeing here people coming from South Africa and Abu Dhabi and various other countries also, people will be there, and more than about 500 to 1,000 people gathering here and having a conference of 3 days with all the people itself shows that what an impact Babuji has created. And I am extremely honored and privileged to be here on his 126th birth anniversary. I am thankful to her and thankful to Saxena ji giving me opportunity to be here and having little interaction with you people. As we all see in our life, any human being has to have in his life, and most of the human beings are all family living people. We all have happiness, sorrows, miseries, difficulties and whatnot. This is a mixture of life which we go through it, which creates a lot of feelings in us, a lot of issues within us, both physical and mental, and related expressions in us, what any human being undergoes. Is a nature. Or any being in the world, let's say why human being, any being also. So when we need to overcome that, or when we need to face that, and when we have to understand what is life and understand what is beyond this life, we all need to first of all know ourselves, what I am, what is within me, what are the energies within me. Understand that, and then once you understand that, then you will be able to control, then you will be able to direct your mind in a direction given. For this, what? The philosophically in the Indian system, which has come from, right from our gurus, our rishis, or Patanjali ji onwards, is that many practices, yogic practices and all that, and which actually the meditation becomes part of it, is main part of it. And in fact, I was being told by Saxena ji just now, Babuji said that I am the Amsha of Patanjali ji. I am born here as Patanjali ji's Amsha. Means I am reincarnation of Patanjali ji. I had the opportunity to go to Rameshwaram and see the Patanjali ji's human body, where it was kept and all that, and all of you can see in Rameshwaram temple also. Whatever it is. So, in that process, I am told again, Babuji has come out with how actually people can experience and people can get into Raja Yoga in a simple living, normal living and physical world living in the normal path of our today's living process. How we can do it is with a method of Sahajmarg. That is what, how in the given life, particularly changing scenario of the world, changing physical life of the people, how you can have and how you can follow with the Sahajmarg, a simple method. We have also just now seen Madam presenting the major 10 principles, which actually I am very, very fascinated with those things, looking at simple 10 principles, very things. Basically trying to say that get up early morning, do meditation, do prayer or puja, whatever it is, sit in a constant and regular pace where you can sit onwards. There are many, many, many things which have been put in that. And in fact it is said that try to be simple, try to be plain, try to be truthful. Very, very, very important things I feel. Try to be plain, try to be simple. That is what actually is natural. Nature likes you to be merged with the nature. Merging with nature is you be natural. Natural is nature being in the nature. That is the most important thing in the life. Actually it is very difficult also. What is very difficult in life is, it is very difficult to be simple. It should be, you should not act to be that I am acting, trying to be simple. This manasa, vacha, karmana, you should be simple. That is what is the most important thing in your life. The more you are simple, the better you do the things. You can do better things if you are simple. The moment you are not simple, you are complicated, it is very difficult to do the things, because your complications create a lot of problems around us, and so we will not be able to do things the way we want, the better things we will not be able to do. And a complicated person will take many people. It is difficult to work with a complicated person. It is very easy to work. A simple man can play a major role in a team, in a group. A complicated fellow spoils the team. This is the most important thing about it. So try to be very simple in life is the most important thing. Also said that be loving to each other. This is one of the most important things. Many religions say, many people say, and all that also. What is most important is loving, and we have to learn human beings. We being human beings, we are trying to be in the spiritual path. If somebody is trying to be in spiritual path, first he should know to be quiet, calm, simple and loving. What do you say actually? The man who hates is Rakshas. The man who has got pure love is God. And human being has got both. And you try to be in the godly path, you try to be in the spiritual path, that means you need to develop love. It is we see very often these days in our natural life. Actually, you see a person, any person, many people actually looks at him very irritated. The look itself, first look, somebody comes and next sits you in a train or aircraft or a bus or whatever it is, why he has come, why is he, who is he, why is he sitting. This sort of a look itself starts at a, let's say I use a strong word, a little hatred look or unhappiness look. Why? There is a human being, he is also born like you, he also has come to this world through God, and be happy that somebody is coming to you, he is going to be to you. This is what actually, in fact, what we have been experiencing. We see people, we always have been actually had houses where lots of people come, lots of people eat together, and whoever is going on the road also you call. मैं गांव से आया, एक पक्का गांव में रूरल विलेज रास्ते में कोई जाते रहते हैं, यू घर में बैठा है, कोई है नहीं तो भी पिताजी और ग्रैंड मदर, हाँ रास्ते में कहाँ जा रहे हैं, ऐसा कौन है तुम, कोई पता भी नहीं है, हाँ मैं इधर जा रहा हूँ, अरे आ जाओ थोड़ा छाछ पी के जाओ, एक बात रहता है. See what is the type of environment. An unknown man you are calling, finding out whereabouts and things like that, and trying to give. And you take my father, actually I used to come along with him in a train to the town. You sit there, immediately in the train, the coupe, whoever is there, he starts talking to him. हाँ कौन है, किधर है, कितना बेटा है, कितना बेटी है, शादी हुआ, शादी नहीं हुआ, क्यों नहीं हुआ, क्या नहीं हुआ. Keeps on talking to the people. I actually, in this modern life, whatever it is, I try to say, अरे आप क्यों इतना बात करता है, इतना पूछता है, नहीं क्या पूछ रहे, मैं अच्छा बात कर रहा हूँ, उसके बारे में पूछ रहा हूँ, अगर पूछे नहीं तो कुछ. Nowadays you can't talk to people. You ask him, why are you bothered? Why are you asking me? And asking fellow also doesn't think. These are all finding about whereabouts. It is called actually Telugu में manchi jatalu bolta hai. You are talking about good and bad of a person and trying to find out and trying to give a moral support, worldly support, whatever it is and all that is what it is. So these are the essential things. Try to have a love and affection to the being, to anything in the life. Actually, that is what our primarily in our Indian way of life is thought is love everything in the nature. See, nowhere you will find that. We may not be knowing now. We actually pray a stone. We pray a tree. We pray every animal. We pray every bird. We pray water. We pray nadi, rivers. We pray sea. And we pray all the grahas. We pray the bhumi. Or when we start doing everything, every yantra, anything you start actually plowing the thing, the first plowing in our field, you do it prayer. You pray that. You pray your ox, you pray your cow, you pray your buffalo. You pray a stone also. That so love everything in the nature. That is the most important thing. Try to have love and affection to everything is what it is important. This one. Second, another 2-3 important what I think is, okay, some of the gunas are there, they like happiness and all those things. That anger is also one of the gunas. The man he becomes a winner is the man who controls his anger. If you are able to control your anger, you are much better. That is one of the, again, 10 principles what I have seen it is. It's a very important thing. And similarly, I always think one thing, general societal life would have been much, much better if 2 things God has not created. One is ego. Second thing is jealousy. Ego is one which actually kills first the person himself. An egoistic man, many people we hear, ego is taller than him, then that man is becoming shorter. Ego is becoming taller, this man is becoming shorter. We have to win the ego. Then we will be able to win the people around us. Similarly, jealousy. This is one more thing actually I find very, very peculiar in this particular what word is called jealousy. We are jealous about the neighbor just because he has gone little one step ahead of us. We are extremely happy if a great man, somebody becomes something great. Who do not know, we will never have any touch with him in our life, we will never see him also in his life. If he becomes something or he gets something or he becomes a great award or becomes in a good position, we all feel very happy. But not the next door man. Generally, this is the tendency. I don't know why. If this next door man becomes, it is actually useful to us. We can go and ask him some work or somewhere, he will be helping us and doing something to us and all that. But we don't want this next door man to become. This is jealousy. Why should we have jealousy? How do we control? This is what we have to think. That is what Babaji has said. Think yourself. Think, understand inner. You understand your own positives, negatives, strengths, difficulties or your weaknesses and do meditate and control your mind for that. Once you are able to understand what are your inner things and then do meditate and then you get the control power, then you will be able to control all these things. And that is one what lays the path for your spiritualism. Without this, how do we become into spiritualism? You have all these negative qualities and I want to see God, I want to have a love and affection from God, and we don't know. See, we only go to God, you clear that samasya and all that. And you, every time you go, where is that? You are going with a calm mind, quiet mind and sitting and I want to just sit with him and let me have his blessings and things like that. So, people, we don't even think, many times people go to mandir, next moment either you know one shloka and you pray that shloka and next moment you keep on asking him, this is all. Actually I was wondering, my son actually, I took other day to a Swami Guruji, so will I'm telling you. Swami, a very, very, very highly spiritual person. So this fellow maybe must have listened to me and all that. Once we went there, he started asking him, Swami ji, आप कैसा है, आपका तबीयत कैसा है, आपको कुछ दिक्कत है क्या, आप कुछ करना है ना, अरे क्या है भाई तुम ऐसे पूछे, अरे सब लोग हो के स्वामी जी को पूछो ये दे दो, उनको भी पूछना है ना, उनको क्या है, what is his problem ना? So think actually that how we can reach God by making ourselves more clean and more good, more filled with love and affection, love everything in the environment. This is the most important thing today in the society where values are falling down. We actually going and taking all of a spiritual path. This is very, very important. What I am saying is very difficult for us to live in the society if the values fall down like this. Simple thing. Again I am going back to villages. In the village, right from the downtrodden, most lowest person economically or whatever reasons wise, to the highest man, they used to stand by a word, Vadadiya. Vadadiya used to be a very strong thing 40-50 years back. Even I used to see my own father, a kuliko, whom he has helped a lot. He says, Kal kaam hai, aa jao. If that fellow says, nahi, unko main vada diya, main unke paas ja raha hu kal. Achha, he immediately used to say, achha, unko vada de diya. ठीक है, परसों आ सकता है क्या? Now it is changed now. If the coolie tells someone that I have already given a word to him, I cannot come to you, this fellow first becomes angry, ego, whatnot, and becomes an enemy to him. Why? And we are spoiling this word, giving word. And sufferer is who? We are the sufferers. If nobody stands by the word, whom do we believe in life? See, that is what again said. You have to have confidence in people. Confidence will come if the people are good and if they are able to stand by the word, the people are truthful, and then you have the confidence in the people. Without confidence, how do we live? You keep on suspecting every fellow in the society. How the society will be integrated? How the society will be together? If we are not together, how do we live together? So this is the most important problem. So it is very important for us to be truthful, standing by the words what we have done. We have to be good, respecting the society, respecting the environment, and trying to be togetherness. Trying to be together, love to be in groups, not to be isolated. try to be very, I want to have my individual space. Individual space is do meditation. Individual space is what? Individual space is when you are meditating, it is individual space. Beyond that, you don't have any individual space at all. You have to be with the people always. This is the most important thing. We have to be loved. We have to be living with the people. This is what we need to plan. That is why I said those 10 principles are very, very important. Try to understand what are the 10 principles which Babuji has given. We have to try to follow. That is where the society changes. And when Gurujis like them have come and create Sishyas like this, that is what changes the thing. In fact, our Guru, Dr. Abdul Kalam said, if these Gurus are not there, by this time itself the society would have become something nonsense. We would not have been living at all. They are the people who are born here and brought changes in the society. And because there also again it is mentioned, everyone has to have a Guru. You need a direction. You need a guidance in our life. So everyone in our life we have to have one Guru who keeps guiding us, a capable Guru. That is also mentioned there as a capable Guru. A Guru is required. I also have a Guru. So everyone, you need always, sometimes you need a direction because we may not be able to think at that level. So we need who are actually spiritually elevated, capable people who need to guide us. So we need to have them and take guidance from them and live the way what they tell us. These are the most important things. See, end of the life, everybody is born, everybody is leaving this physical world. Once the physical world is given, what is happening? Where we go? What happens to our Atma? Whether Atma, like Madam said, Paramatma mein shamil ho raha hai, or we are again reborn. What is the effect of this life? And how it is? What is going to happen? Oh, बोलते हैं ना पूर्व जन्म का सुकृतम में हम ऐसा है. So are we not believing that? So then if you are believing that what we are doing, we should do towards that path of either getting moksha or actually having, if we are having a life, how that life is going to be, and let me do good things. Maybe little selfishness. The selfishness is that I want to have my next life very good, so I want to do good things. Kuch to rehne do. Whatever it is, you do good things. So this is what it is important that in life we need to understand. These are the things which we have to simply, we don't have to go deep into many things. Try to be understanding things in simple way and try to live very simple and try to practice these things. And with most important, the meditation and Sahajmarg. It has come to us in a simple way. You do your family life, you do go to your office, you work everything, you take care of your children, everything. And along with that, we have given you simple, natural way of how you can meditate and understand and get into spiritual path. Spiritual path is part and parcel of our life. That is one of the important things. Remembrance, it is said. You are continuously in a spiritual path. Not that I have a spiritual path, Adha Ganta morning, my spiritual path is over, after that I am not spiritual. I am not going to do anything. Aisa kaise all the time? Every minute, every second when you are doing, you have your mind which is spiritual mind. This background is always remaining. You think your Guru is there with you and what Guru would have told you to do. That way we try to do. That is what is remembrance. This is what I understood. What I thought in my own simple way, I tried to convey all of you. Let us be simple, let us be good to everything, let us to be good to everyone, and let us live like a good society, and let us lead to a spiritual path. Jai Hind, Namaskar.
We are extremely thankful and honored for sparing such a valuable time of yours, sir. And sir has put the entire Sahajmarg system so simply. In just few minutes, actually he understood the whole gist of this. And he has come up so simply about, he has talked about. And you have so well noted about the simplicity of the system, and I think he could acknowledge the simplicity of Abhyasis because he himself is so simple. Actually, I happened to meet him during the seminar, and I probably spoke to him only for 2 minutes because he was rushing. आज जैसे आए हैं वो सुबह फ्लाइट से आए हैं, इवेंट पे बैठ गए, अब ये इवेंट के बाद तुरंत उनका फ्लाइट है. He came like that also to Abu Dhabi, and I just had 2 or 3 minutes of interaction there. But in just those 2-3 minutes, the thought that I had was, he's so simple. Actually, sir is a very, very distinguished, a very notable personality. आप लोग Google search करेंगे तो you will find everything about sir. But he is so simple and he so graciously accepted the invite. Sir, I am just instrumental, but it is Babuji Maharaj's will that you are here, and we are again very, very thankful for your presence. I would now request our President and spiritual representative, Sri Navneet Kumar Saxena ji, to please sir, I would request you to please speak a few words. Please give a huge round of applause.
Again, a very good afternoon to all of you. It is really astonishing that Reddy Sahab, he actually got the system very well. At least the basics of the system was got very well. What exactly we are here for. Because the basis is we as individuals have 2 bodies. One is an inner body, that is the soul, and the other is the physical body, what we look like. So the principles of our Sahajmarg is that we should have, it is, when you go to the doctor for the physical body, you go to the doctor, आप अपना medicines खाते हैं, खाना खाते हैं, you eat all this food for keeping up the physical body. But nobody thinks about what happens to the soul. So this system actually feeds your soul to reach to a higher level, so that you don't come back to this world with that same routine of keeping your physical body, taking care of the physical body, all the ailments you get. No man in this world goes back without a small ailment or so. Bukhar, you have fever, you have cough, you face all these negativities, nuances and all these problems with the body. Somebody has some other diseases. So if the soul is pure and it is good, you don't have to come back for all this. So I would say, like in religion it is said, somewhere it is said that you go to heaven or you go to hell. I would say this is hell. This is hell where we are. We have to go to the heaven. Because as per Hindu mythology, if you don't do right and the soul is not good enough, it doesn't get a moksha. And you come back to this world. But as good as the hell when we are coming back, and the heaven is over there, so that we don't come back. So the motto of our whole system is look after your physical body as well as your causal body, which is the soul. And we should work for upliftment of both. And what you show outside, what he rightly said is truthfulness, being clear, not very complicated, is a reflection of your soul. And your upbringing too. If you have a right upbringing, you may get some positive qualities. But if you are a good soul, irrespective of the quality of building, you may have the same qualities. In the same family, there are 2 brothers, or 4 brothers, or 2 sisters. They may be poles apart, but the bringing is same. Why is it so? Because not the bringing alone. What is important is what is the soul and what is the soul's impact on the external world. If the soul is pure and a good soul, maybe from the previous life, the behavior of that person will be in the same fashion as what it was earlier. Better, positive, if it's a positive frame of mind, positive soul which has come in. If it's a negative soul, it will be a negative ego. The same house, two brothers, two sisters will have different type of opinion, different type of feelings. But same upbringing. What is the differentiation factor? The body is given by the same parents. So genetically you are brothers and sisters. Then where is the difference? And where does it come from? So that is the soul part. So the piousness of the soul will depend on how much you worked upon the soul in the previous lives, so that you reach to a level wherein maybe this is the last life, or you go towards the last life, you will have a positive effect wherever you go. So it's a balance of both the inner self, a person, and a balance with the external world, how you actually show yourself, how do you present yourself. So Babuji always used to say that, I would still repeat, of course the Abhyasis know it, but there are a few new people, that our life is like wings of the birds. Two wings, that is, one wing is spirituality, other is materialistic. So if one wing goes wrong, the bird falls. So if a spiritual wing goes down, the bird goes towards the materialistic approach. And if a materialistic goes down, goes to a spiritual bird. But if you want a good flight for a bird, they have to have a balance between the two. Which means, if you want to see the bird soar high and without any problem, then you should have a good spiritual and material balance. So I would only say that these aspects of spirituality should be built in from the young age, which will be more helpful. Because I faced it, being in the family. Of course, we never went to temples or never prayed to God or never prayed to anything. We saw Babuji as my grandfather. So, though he was my grandfather, Baba bolte the, we call grandfather Baba, but more often Babuji comes out. Because he was our Guru first and grandfather later. By physical sense, he is my grandfather, but practically he is my Guru first. So that's why we call him Babuji. From the beginning, whatever happened, I had so much of faith in my Guru that whatever is going to happen in my life is going to be led by him. And he's there with me. And you want, I can't imagine myself living without him. That was the way and thought which I was brought up with. That was from within. I would not say it was brought up with my mother or my father alone, but that was from within. So anything I used to do, I used to leave it on my Guru. I don't know what will happen. I'm going for an exam tomorrow. But as a child, you have small things to do, like I'm going to a party tomorrow, I'm going for a competition tomorrow, I'm going to an exam tomorrow. So you start leaving it to the Guru, please help me, work, go for it and get success and all that stuff. So what I used to happen is, I used to go like that. And the best part is, you will agree or not agree necessarily, but many times, I used to know the paper before I could see. I used to understand, I used to read everything, because I, as a person, is a type of person who feel that you should know complete knowledge, have complete knowledge of a subject. Not pick and choose. Like some people are, okay, I'll do this chapter and this chapter, and 4 questions will come from it, I'll pass and I'll leave. I'm not that kind of person. So if I don't know a single question, I feel that I've left it. So I had this feeling. But the best part is, if somebody used to come to me, like many times many people came here, I'm not prepared anything, what should I do? I just do ask to the examination. I should prepare this. We'll pass. And to my astonishment, I did not think, I just told him. Maybe he was talking. The paper was in the same sequence. It was my biology paper in class 10th. So the person was not studying. I said, you study this, you pass. And I told him 10 questions and all the 10 were in the same line. I was astonished. I thought, okay, this went down like that. Then I was, then in maths paper, I was puzzled. What is this paper? But that time the paper was so tough that it was a BSc paper set in a 12th class. Well, we were asked to prove theorems what we used to use. Those theorems never came, we never thought, by A square plus B square is equal to A plus B to B theorem, simple theorems. They used to tell us prove it, which we never learnt. It is a higher level, how it reached to that theorem and sense. So I was stunned, I didn't know what to do. I sat on the paper, I said, left it on Babuji. I said, now you answer. I didn't know what I was answering, but I knew whatever I answered rightly. The marks answered. But I was 100% confident. Similarly, in engineering also, many times I got stuck up. While I was going, I just told the guy, I'll go. This professor is going to come. He's going to ask me to take out 2 chits. I'll take out 2 chits. First chit will be this, second chit will be this. I'll do this first experiment. I'll come back. He will ask me this question. And it's not related to those 2 chits. He'll then ask me this. I'll answer this. He'll ask me this question. I'll answer this. He'll ask me this question. And you will get this chit and you will get that chit. He said, तुम तो ऐसे बोल रहे हो कि तुमने निकाल लिया। लेकिन मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है। I will get same thing out. Same question. And I also told I'll get 8.5 out of 10 in my Bible. And I got 8.5 out of 10. And same questions, same thing came. But this is just how it helps us as students. Similarly, when you go up in life, when you are in your career, there are many phases, where you have people who are against you or work against you also. They are against you. Guru is always there with you. Even if they try to harm you, they will not be able to harm you much. Some God-sent man will come in between or something will happen in between where what they had tried will fail or will not touch you much. Or you will learn something from that and go forward. Why he is helping us? Not because I am his grandson, but he does this for every abhyasa. Just because of 2 things, surrender and faith, and constant remembrance. The moment you surrender yourself to anybody who you feel is esteemed and up to a certain level, and have faith that he is always there with you, you can leave yourself to him in every aspect of life. Constant remembrance means leaving yourself to him. He will take care. And everything you do, initially you have to imbibe by saying, he's there, he's doing it for me. He's there, he's doing it for me. But later on, it becomes your routine. That you feel that whatever you're doing is by his directions. So the day you reach up to that level, you have reached the actual level of conscious remembrance. And many times you feel what you're going to do, you see ahead of time. So these are various levels. And when you talk about spirituality, a normal man as he grows in spirituality, he starts achieving certain powers which are more than a human around. So those powers also can be visible as you grow. For example, ESP power comes into picture, like you start seeing what is going to happen in the future, maybe in the night when sleeping or what, you see what is happening. Second, you will also, there will be someone protecting you always. That is when the environment and starts protecting you. Somewhere there, someone on the top starts protecting you. Then there are some medicinal parts which come into picture. Medical parts, your hands and your body. You start oozing energy. So wherever you go, you make an impact on others. So that is again, like you might have seen all these photographs of gods like Jesus, Guru Nanak, or everybody, they show a glow behind them. That glow is nothing but it's a glow of a soul, what they want to represent in that photograph. Similarly, when you go, there is a positive vibes and negative vibes, what he was talking about, what kind of passenger is sitting next to me, negative or positive. So this glow is a positive impact which comes into you as you practice and as you are truthful and to the system and have a guru. This glow comes up, and the moment you go anywhere, your work is done. And people start taking you seriously. Just not like any other person. You stand out of the crowd. Yeah, that's the person. He's something different. So then slowly, of course, when you grow, you have powers of healing also. But those powers of healing are not taught by us. Because it's many a times negative, because as far as the law of nature is concerned, negative and positive have to remain constant. If you try and cure somebody, you should know how to take it on yourself and then take it out of you. So we usually don't teach this a lot and don't say you should go around, because let the person who is not feeling well pray to Lord Babuji. He will take care of his intensity of pain. But it is better you don't enter into it, because it will cause you a negative effect. It is for sure. You cure anybody, you will also be into the same soup somewhere or the other. There have been cases in our mission where we opened a book where a cure was given, and one of our preceptors tried to cure a lady who had a brain tumor, and he died of brain tumor, and she was cured. It was the opposite. In Hyderabad, he tried to cure the brain tumor of that lady, but he died of brain tumor and she was okay. So leave such things on Babuji. They will take care. If a person is relevant to this world and will contribute to the world, he shall remain till the time he has to contribute. If the person is not going to contribute to this world or to any mankind, betterment of the mankind, time will come, he will go. Leave it on him to decide. If he is there to contribute, save him. If he is not there to contribute, let him go. Many times we feel sometimes our own loved ones are in such a state that they are, they feel the pain of cancer, or they are feeling, they're taking too much of pain. You yourself start feeling, hey, it's better they die. How much pain this person is taking. So it is something that where it is, if the person is of some use in the world, will come out of that problem. If no, let him go. Leave it on your Guru, he will decide. There have been cases in this mission, last stage of cancer, last stage of tumor, they are out of it. Brain tumor, blood cancer, they have revived their lives because they had to contribute to the society. There have been cases where organs have been cut and put in, which were never done earlier. The organ has been cut in an accident, but redone and successfully never done. It's difficult for such cases. There are cases, many cases. People are dying, they stand up again. All this is there, but it is only His will. Nobody else's will. Sometimes I get phone calls, my mom is suffering too much. You pray that she dies. I said, okay. If you really feel so, and it is a reality, what I'm seeing, every time you say, please pray for, I want to live more. But this time you prayed it rightly. So her time has come, she'll go within 2 days. She went off. But it is both ways. So we are not here for medical treatments. We are here for soul treatment. Soul treatment होगा तो अपने आप ही आपको body ठीक रहेगा. Because it's a reflection of your soul. What I just not said, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, 1 good, 1 bad. Where is the reflection coming from? Same upbringing, it's a soul. So similarly, your body with जो भी ailments है, it's a reflection of your soul. What you've done in the past is coming out. So we are not here to cure, but we are here to see that the soul is good and is of some value to the mankind and to yourself, and be a bit selfish to yourself so that you don't come back to this earth again and take a motion. What he rightly said, you have to be a bit selfish, yes, for yourself, inside. And nobody can pray for the other. You have to pray for your own. You are born alone, you will die alone, and you will go alone. Nobody is, of course twins are born together, but they have to be identical. But तब भी एक साथ नहीं आते बाहर, एक करके आता है, वो clear है, soul अलग होता है. So you have to come alone, you have to go alone. Work on your soul, automatically He will take care of your other aspects of your life and follow the 10 commandments. That's what I would say. And there are people all around, since the 4th generation, 5 generations are also there in this society. 5 generations going on, 5th generation. It can't be that people of 1 generation, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, why are they coming in regularly? They find something or the other. And this, the youngest generation will tell you what they have actually benefited from this system. Because when Babuji made the system, he said it is not for today's generation, it is for the future generation. But they will understand the system better. Maybe because of our system of idol worship was too prominent at that time. Maybe that was the reason. But the moment you understand what is meditation, nowadays everybody goes for meditation, retreat centers, this, that. So it has become a style many a times nowadays. But it's not a style, but you have to choose the right person and right method. So that is more important. So I would just take leave and join for lunch, and just saying that you have to develop yourself not only from outside but also from your inner self. Lead a good life and to be remembered later that that person was a good person. Nobody remembers bad people. They only remember people who were actually good ones and who had guided somewhere or the other. And they are respected. Some are remembered because history remembers. Hitler is remembered because of history. But he is not respected. So be a respected person to be remembered. That is more important, so that you are remembered for a longer time.
Thank you very much for the insightful words. So we have only one life, and we have come alone, and we have to go alone. But yes, the support and guidance of capable master as Babuji Maharaj, I'm sure we all will definitely, we are growing and we will grow further in spirituality. Now finally we have come to the time where we have to end the event. So to present the vote of thanks, I request Srimati Naina Bandekarji from Goa Center to present the vote of thanks.
Namaskar to all the dignitaries visiting the dais and myself. With all of the permission, all my brothers and sisters, I'm feeling very overwhelmed to stand here, and Babuji has given me this, all us from Goa, many opportunities to serve, and words are not enough, but as its event needs, I pen down some words and I'll try to say something. I'm offering this vote of thanks on behalf of all Abhyasis from Goa. We are a very small set of people who are doing this practice, since everybody cannot come and talking on behalf of everybody, because everybody feels the same as I say. Dear brothers and sisters, with heart overflowing with gratitude, we stand here today having experienced the beautiful reality that success is indeed a unified phenomenon. This divine Bhandara stands as a testament to the power of the support and oneness where all hearts and minds have joined together in harmony. In this sacred gathering, each and every Abhyasi of Babuji Maharaj had undoubtedly felt his divine presence and unwavering support. From the depth of my being, this insignificant instrument can only offer profound thanks to our beloved Master, the unseen architect of this entire event. Every thought that blossomed, every action that unfolded originated from him. We are merely channels, and we thank him for choosing us, for making us useful in his divine play. And so with a deep sense of gratitude, I extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every soul who has contributed in ways both seen and unseen to make this event a resounding success. To all the Abhyasis who from the very heart of this congregation, your presence breathes life in this gathering. Your willingness to travel to Goa, often from distant lands and perhaps even facing challenging circumstances, speaks volume of your devotion. You are the essence of this event, and I sincerely thank you all, my brothers and sisters Abhyasis, that you made it for this. Our deepest gratitude extends to Bhai Sahib Navneet Kumarji, our most respected spiritual representative, for his invaluable guidance and unwavering support. We also thank his respected family, Babuji and everybody, especially Mamaji, at this age, who is the senior-most person from our mission. At this age, he traveled alone from Lucknow and made this possible. And I appreciate Mamaji for you making it for every function, and want you to come in as many possible. Puneet Bhai Sahib, you are the most important pillar of our mission, and I thank you for your support always. For your encouragement and your presence, it means a lot, and we want to see you every time and always, and this is from all of us. We are immensely grateful to the respected Shri Dr. Satish Reddy ji for gracing our event with his presence and wisdom, sir. We are very delighted to have you. Sir, your speech was really heartfelt, and at one point felt we are from one school. Thank you, sir. Sincere thanks to Dinesh Kumarji, our beloved secretary, Lakshmanacharya ji. All of them are always there at one call and there's nothing much to say about. We can't thank because we are one. Our heartfelt, I special thanks. I want to point out this entire beautiful premises where we are sitting in a very comfortable environment is the willingness of Mr. Moreno Fernandez. He is the owner of this entire place. He's not present right now because of his personal work. But he readily offered this beautiful premises, dedicating his time, mind you here, dedicating time and attention to ensure the smooth execution of this Bhandara in spite of his not being medicine a practitioner. So this also says that it's soul working. It is not about that if you're a believer you will do. Feel for it. And he has done religiously with the pure feeling. I thank you, Moreno. We also extend sincere thanks to Mr. Narayan Bandekar. He is my father-in-law also. I'm not, but he is always being support to us as a family and for the mission. In spite of his own faith, he has never stopped, and I thank you, Daddy, for this. And he is the one who also have open-heartedly given the Bhavan school where all our tender accommodation was done and make sure that whatever facilities can be provided. Thank you. Our heartfelt appreciation to Vinod Patel, he's not there. I want to tell you, he is not even a practitioner, but he is the one who has constructed the bathrooms which are erected opposite the school. And we were really concerned how to accommodate all the abhyasis, because in our mission we have at least around 300 abhyasis who prefer general accommodation, who would not stay in a hotel or who would not do this. So it is Babuji's way of welcoming all our family to the home, and somehow it happens. Somehow it makes it possible. In today's world, to accommodate 300 people without any support is impossible, and it happened, and it always happened with all of us. So people like this who just come forward and support is remarkable. Besides that, while I named a few, I know in my heart there are countless of other souls, manifestation of that universal energy who have worked tirelessly behind the scene to make this event a reality. With profound gratitude in my heart, I thank you all. Thank you very much.